You know, if I pass all the tests, I'm definitely going to California. I'm going to be a criminal lawyer. Of course, it all takes about 20 years.
We'll be dead by then.
Well, I believe in having a goal. That way you succeed. Actually, that's your trouble. You've no ambition. Ambition.
Yo, yo, yo. What's going on? Welcome, welcome. What's going on, Raphael? GL, Jake Stewart, Felix, Roland, Kaj, Davies. Glad to see that you were still able to make it. Abdul is visible. As Visible Gamer, welcome, welcome, welcome back. Yes, we are finally, we're finally here. Oh man, I had some serious internet issues. I thought it was just a stream, but it was actually my internet. But yeah, I don't know why it decided to just go out on me. It was really weird. Usually my internet speed is a freaking beast. It's usually like in 100 upload, 100 download, and it was like not even a megabyte upload speed. So that's why we were basically getting the buffer reel when I first attempted to stream. What's going on, Lucas? How you doing, man? Ricky Sabino, Casper, George, welcome back. Sean and G, welcome back. I hope you guys are doing well. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Ricky Sabino, you're a beast, man. Nice, Sean. You finally made the grade forward. Congratulations, man. You're moving up in the world. Hope you guys can hear me all right. I'm gonna let this music ride out for a little bit. Geo Aviation, welcome back, bro. You guys might not have gotten a notification this time because I started the stream off on private just to make sure that it was working. And when I do that, you don't get a notification. Let's go ahead and our buddy Starly here said he made a flight plan for us. I gotta find him. There he is. So go ahead and copy that flight plan. Today. Let's see if I can show you guys today's flight plan. Today we're flying out of London Heathrow. I don't usually fly out of such a busy type airport, but we're gonna be flying out of London Heathrow and down to Paris Orly, which now doesn't have ATC. That's all great. And then from Paris Orly down up over to Frankfurt, Germany. It is Friday night flight, and there's a ton of ATC over here in the Europe area. All the Europe people are going freaking crazy because they love their aviation. They love their flight sims. I love this view. You can see the airplane taking off in the sunset. That's really cool. That's dope. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started because we've already lost one ATC. I mean, the whole point of this route we're flying today was to have basically ATC the entire way. When I first logged on to Infinite Flight, there was ATC at all three of these airports. Now there's only ATC at London and Frankfurt. So Paris Orly was online, and now it's not. It doesn't seem that it doesn't look like it is. I don't know if I can actually show you guys how many controllers. Like, there's really a lot of controllers out, which is weird because usually you see like 2 or 3 controllers out in any given region, except for Mexico. Did a really good job in Mexico. But whenever you come over here to Europe, especially Germany, the UK, stuff like that, there's always a lot of ATC controllers show up and a lot of pilots show up because I believe that a lot of the Infinite Flight audience are over here in the in Europe area. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get a head start here. We will go ahead and request pushback here with Heathrow ground. Hold position. Roger that. When he says hold position, that means somebody else is pushing back. And yeah, that British Airway, I think it's the Airbus right there. That's actually inside of that DC-10 is pushing back, and that's why we need to hold position. So we'll be patient. Let's go ahead and switch. Let's get everything set up here. Let's hope for a better flight than yesterday, man. I want to have a mistakeless flight today. We'll do a trim. I believe it's supposed to be like, was it 20? I think it's like 50% trim. I can't remember. I think it's 50% trim. I don't fly this DC-10 very often, but I was like, you know what? I want to fly the DC-10 today, so that's what we're going to do. Nice, Fuzzy. You did Philadelphia to Dallas, Texas. Well, hope you enjoyed your visit to Texas. Now, this is not an official British Airways flight. British Airways does fly between London Heathrow and Frankfurt direct, but we're going to be making a stop in Paris Orly to make things a bit interesting. I could definitely change the flight plan to go somewhere where there's going to be ATC, but I'm not going to do that. We could, fly over to Zurich or something like that, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and continue with my original flight plan and not worry about what other ATC is doing, because like I always tell you guys, you can't depend on what ATC is going to do, or if ATC is open and stuff like that. You can't depend on that because they can close at any time. All right, pushback approved. Respect runway 27 left. We acknowledge that, and we'll go ahead and start pushing back here. I think, yeah. Earlier when I first spawned in here, I actually opened my doors and stuff, but this time I didn't open the doors. All right, so which direction is 27 left? That is going to be off our right wing, but if we look outside of the aircraft on our left, we actually can't turn that way. Yeah, we can't turn that way, so we're going to have to push back and turn our nose to the right. But I believe that 27 left is right over there, so We shouldn't have any issues with that. Hope you guys having a great week though. I know that a lot of people are out of school already for the holidays and stuff like that. People are off of work. Um, yeah, so we may see some more people that we don't get to usually watch the stream. So if it's your first time, welcome. Glad you were able to make it. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Now, originally, now let me say this. We're gonna start with engine number. Okay, he's already told us to taxi. Acknowledge that. We're going to start our engines though. Originally, today's stream was actually supposed to be racing. I was supposed to be racing this morning, and I got my wheel all set up. You know, I have my own racing wheel. I got my wheel set up, and I was ready to go. And the way that iRacing works is that you have to register for a race ahead of time. And if there's not enough people registered for a race, then the race will still go on, but it just won't be official. You know, you can still race, but you just won't be official. It won't count for you. It won't count against you. And I did not want to do that for my live stream. I want to have a full race with a full field. And so it's looking like this might not be the best time for iRacing, just because most people who race, or at least race in my races, are in my own time zone. And this is pretty early for those people, so I may have to do a later stream for iRacing races, or I might have to just continue to record them and post them. I know, man, I need to taxi. I am turning my engines on. Dang it. I should have said unable. Crap, that's what I should have said. Oh well. He wants me to move because everybody around me wants to push back, and he's probably gonna tell me to read tutorials and crap. Who is it today? Let's see. I want to know who it is. We got He's BAVA. I think our engines are all on. We'll go ahead and go. Get out of the way. Set our altitude to 12,000. Our cruising altitude is, I don't even know. We'll make something up. We'll go flying east, so that'll be odd number. So we'll fly. Let's do 350, something like that. Alright, so we're gonna follow that little Airbus over there to the runway. And get our flaps down to, I believe 15 is for takeoff. I just realized that you guys could not hear the yeah, we're gonna continue this way. You couldn't hear the game. I just turned it on for you. Very busy here in London Heathrow. It'll be pretty busy in Frankfurt also.
London Heathrow ground, November 517 Foxtrot, ready for pushback. Taxiing to runway 27 left, speedbird 230.
Yeah, now we can hear ATC. All the business is going on.
November 517 Foxtrot, London Heathrow ground, Blue 117, ready to taxi to runway 27 left. London Heathrow ground, speed.
Pretty busy day here.
Ready for pushback.
I have a feeling this is going to be a really busy event. This is probably going to be about as busy as like the Dubai event. Whenever they open up the like Dubai and Doha, stuff like that, it gets extremely busy for Friday night flights. So I'm expecting about the same amount of traffic. It's still pretty early, but I mean, as you can see, I'm flying on current time and the sun is setting here. So everybody over on this side of the world are probably playing Infinite Flight already.
Ready for pushback. Holding position. November 517 Foxtrot, London Heathrow ground, speedbird 749, ready to taxi. London Heathrow ground.
What triangles are you talking about?
Foxtrot, ready for pushback. London Heathrow ground. November
what triangles, man?
Sierra Golf, ready to taxi.
Oh, my bad. My bad, guys. Sometimes I forget that I have it up there. So we'll go ahead and take take that off.
Taxiing to runway
my bad.
Left, November 679 Sierra Golf. Bravo Alpha 952.
Thank you for reminding me though.
Expects runway 27 left. Pushback approved. Bravo Alpha 952.
I was like, what triangles are you talking about?
November 517 Foxtrot. Continue taxi. Speedbird W07.
Ashton, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Man, look at that freaking DC-10 taxiing fast as heck. he's probably going exactly 30 knots. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't put fuel. There's a Emirates A380.
Turkish 10 Heavy, taxi to parking. Pushback approved, Papa Alpha. Taxiing to parking, Turkish 10 Heavy.
I can't taxi much faster than this A319, I think is what it is. Maybe with A318.
29, pushback approved, expects runway 27 right. Pushback approved, Qatari 829. London Heathrow ground, Bravo Alpha 952, ready to taxi. London Heathrow ground, China Southern 209 Heavy, ready for pushback.
Yeah, we probably should have took the other taxiway because that's the one that's moving. I'm like tailgating this guy.
370, ready for pushback.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why, but my OBS just decided to disconnect. So, don't worry, we're back. Don't worry, we are back. So, we'll just go ahead and go here. Yeah, we're not moving. But we need to check our weight and balance before we roll onto the runway. Singapore's, I think that's 777 ahead of us too. Alright, put the brake on right here. First flight will be about just a little bit, maybe just a little bit less than an hour. I want to go ahead and load up enough fuel to make it both legs of today's flights to Paris Orly and to Frankfurt. So let's go ahead and we're going to put an hour for the first flight. Second flight would be less than an hour also. So we'll put a second hour in for that second flight. We'll double that. We'll go 4 hours. So that means we have an hour extra fuel for each flight, plus we're going to add another 45 minutes of reserve just in case we get some pretty crazy, vectors. Because again, we do have it's very busy airspace, so we could get vectors that could send us around in a route for about an extra hour. So I want to plan for that to happen on both legs, just in case. I don't think it will, but just in case. We're also gonna go ahead and load up 219-ish passengers. That's how many people we have on board today. Cargo. Wow, we are like light as heck. All right, we'll go somewhere around there. We'll hit back, and the current time is already set. We'll hit resume. We'll go ahead and switch the tower. So he can contact us when he's ready. And we'll just turn and hold short here at the line. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe that, you know how there's two hold short lines? So basically the bigger one is for bigger aircraft, I think. And then the small one is for smaller aircraft. That's what I think it means.
Lufthansa Cargo 11 Heavy, enter left downwind, runway 27 left, number 3, traffic to follow is on final. Enter left.
Alright, let's just make sure we got everything on. We got our seatbelt signs on, nav lights on, beacon lights on. Obviously our engines are all 3 on. Actions, everything is closed. Don't need strobe lights yet. Don't need the landing lights yet.
London Heathrow Tower, Alitalia 1, ready for takeoff at runway 27 left, remaining in the path. Lufthansa Cargo 01 Heavy, enter right downwind, runway 27.
Wow, look at this line. It's not too bad. It's only like 5-6 aircraft in the line, so it's not too bad. Can't complain too bad about that. But yeah, airspace is pretty busy here. It'll be pretty easy getting out, but landing is going to be where it probably it's probably where we're going to get held up at on the landing. So we'll see. We don't have ATC, at least last time I checked, in Paris Orly. Sadly, but it is what it is. So, the usual separation rules apply.
November 679 Sierra Golf. Land Chile 402. Please check
good question. Am I calibrated correctly? Probably not. Oh, I wasn't. Thanks for good catch, because I didn't see that. I am calibrated correctly now, but I'll probably do it again before we take off.
Inbound for landing. Requesting runway 27 left. Lima Mike Alpha. Enter straight in.
How you doing, Anthony Plays? Welcome back, man.
Number 2. Traffic to follow is on final. Speedbird 975. Frequency change approved.
Oh, I think somebody died. That right there means somebody died. Whenever you see somebody under the runway. Oh wait, maybe he just glitched out because he's landing again. Oh no, he died.
Number 3. Traffic to follow is on
that Ethiopian 7 DC-10 or MD-11 whatever just died. So is he landing on 27 left too? Yeah, he is. He's landing and taking off on 27 left. We have 3 aircraft holding short, runway 27 left for departure.
November 679 Sierra Golf. Number 3, clear to land, runway 27 left, Papa Tango Alpha Bravo. London Heathrow Tower, Qatar 829, ready for takeoff at runway 27.
If one of the moderators could do me a favor and post the live flight link in the chat, that would be great. So I can't find it right now. Just so everybody can have that.
Runway 27 left, behind the traffic.
Very, very busy.
Lufthansa Cargo 11 Heavy.
I haven't flown out of London Heathrow in so long.
Exit runway when able. Contact ground.
Apparently Ethiopian Cargo must have made it because he's still taxiing on the runway. But on my screen, it looked like he died.
Contact ground on the taxiway. Wilco, Ethiopian 0244 Heavy. November 679 Sierra Golf. Hold position. Lufthansa Cargo 11 Heavy. Please follow instructions. Holding position. November 679 Sierra Golf. Air Berlin 171, enter right base runway 27 right, number 3, traffic to follow is on final. Enter right base.
Yeah, I still don't know the difference between MD-11 and DC-10. This is never, MD-11 and DC-10 have never really been an aircraft that was on my radar of aircraft that I was like, ooh, I love that plane, you know? So I don't know the difference. So like I can tell the difference between all the Boeing aircraft and most of the Airbus aircraft, but when it comes to like McDonnell Douglas type aircraft, yeah, I don't know the difference. Like even like the CRJs, I don't know the difference of those. Obviously, I hate when they ask me to say intentions. Departing to the east. I mean, I don't hate it. I can't say I hate it. They're just doing their job. Oh, nice. We are up. Line up and wait. Runway 27 left. Where's the heck of the brakes? All right, at least parking brakes, strobe lights, landing lights. We ready to go. I thought that we were going to be behind these guys, but they put us ahead. Nice.
Runway 27 left, departing east. Lufthansa 657, exit runway when
I love the inside interior lights of this thing. It looks like we're probably going to be landing at night because of, oh, we're clear for takeoff. Because the sun's setting now. It's crazy. The sun's setting here, but where I live, the sun has just rose. So it's kind of almost opposite. Alright, let's go ahead and turn the HUD back on and give it some power.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 27 left, Blue 116.
Zoom out.
Roger.
We'll calibrate our screen again. And this thing is already lifting off the ground.
Papa Tango Alpha Bravo, please follow instructions. London Heathrow Tower.
There we go. Climbing out, positive climb, gear up.
Ready for takeoff at runway 27 left, departing east. London Heathrow Tower, land Chile 402, ready for takeoff at runway 27.
See if I can fly this by hand for a little bit. We can go ahead and bank to the left here. Whoa. That was me. That was just me like moving my phone too much. Again, I don't use a joystick or anything like that. Frequency change approved. Acknowledge handoff. Send. Let's put some more throttle in a little bit. Oh, we don't need to turn that much. Flying towards the sun. We'll actually be flying away from it here once we turn around. Flaps 10. Pull the power back. Make sure we don't find ourselves above 250 knots. Let's go ahead and check in with departure. Where's the button at? He told us to contact departure. We're on departure, right? No, we're still in tower. Oh, there is no departure. All right, we'll just tune out. Never mind. I thought the departure was online. Departure was online earlier. I feel like every time I decide to get on, you know, to get online, all the ATC controllers decide to get off. Alright, we're gonna try to fly this up a bit. Let's have a little fun. Let's hand fly it all the way up to like 10K and see if we can control our speed and everything. We'll go flaps completely off now. I'll be looking at the chat again once we get up, once we get autopilot engaged. We must have took off pretty close to each other. Or I'm just going really slow. He could be going really fast. He is going 230. Yeah, he's going faster than me. Just a little bit. Yeah, we're only climbing at, what's this, like 15 degrees? Alright, I go ahead and bank left. Yep, next waypoint's gonna be Takeoff. Flight heading 161. Watch our bank angle. See if we can keep the nose up, same attitude. This is good practice flying it by hand on departure here. Alright, there's 10,000. Put the nose down just a little bit, gain some speed. Land lights off. I think it's 161 is what we're looking for on the heading. So I'm gonna keep banking until we get to about there we go, start evening it out. And there's 161 right there. We might have overshot it. Nope, we're good. Right on 161. Let's go ahead and turn on autopilot. We'll lock the nav mode, speed, and altitude. Holy crap, I didn't know we were above 12,000. Whoops. Alright, put the nose back up now. Put the nose back up now. Alright, so one thing, I feel like every time I fly, I just teach you guys what not to do. So what happened there was I was already above 12,000 feet. I had my altitude set to 12,000. And so when I'm climbing, if you're climbing above the altitude that you have selected in your altitude, this is how it works on infinite flight. Then the aircraft will just jerk and point back down to the altitude that you chose. So if right now if I'm climbing to 18,000 feet and I hit the altitude button, it's just basically gonna hold my current vertical speed going up. But if you've already passed the altitude you want to climb to and you hit altitude, then your aircraft will do some stupid stuff and like jerk itself back down. I don't know why it does that. But it jerks itself back down, and basically it'll point you nose down to the ground. As you can see, as you saw, it was like trying to put us at like 5,000 feet vertical speed down. So that's pretty crazy. But anyways, flaps are up, land lights are off. Skies are pretty smooth, and we're climbing up to flight level 180. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and change that to our cruise, which is gonna be 3.5. Actually, we'll do 3.3. I don't think we need to go that high. It's not a long flight. I don't know. It says an hour and 30 minutes, so maybe we'll do 3.5 with 350. Climb at about 3,000 feet per minute, 295 knots, and that's gonna be our climb rate. And Shanji, I know you're like right behind me, so just as usual, just be careful. Don't fly through me. All right. Dope. Sunset over the UK. If you posted a screenshot, I probably saw it. If I didn't comment on it, I just didn't comment on it. But if it's on there, I saw it. In Paris, Orly, I'm thinking to do a full stop, especially since it's not very busy there. I don't want to do a touch and go. I don't like doing touch and goes in airliners. It just doesn't feel real. Yeah. Earlier, like I said, we had ATC here in Paris. Actually, no, this is not the right. This is not the right place. This is not the right place. I want to go to Paris Orly, not Paris LFPG. Oh wait, I think I typed in the wrong. It does say there's active ATC. What is it LFMN? What is it? I think I typed, my bad. I think I gave you the wrong airport. Let's check. I'm gonna check SkyVector because I typed it on SkyVector. You're already descending into Paris. Yeah. Well, the place that I want to go, I did put LFPG. It's not supposed to be LFPG. It's supposed to be LFPO. I get those two Paris airports mixed up. But it's okay. We'll just go to LFPG. That's fine. That is fine. Don't worry about it. We'll fly to Paris. Charles de Gaulle. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, LFPO is what I originally intended, but it's okay. I would rather fly to Paris, like Paris like International, or however you say it. I don't know what the heck you call it. I'm gonna get rid of this trim now. Man, I keep missing 0. 1 and 0. There it is. Alright, what is our speed and what is our altitude? 21,000. This thing is climbing like a beast. Yeah, my heading is not selected, but I don't need the heading to be selected in order to fly on nav mode, so it doesn't matter. It's weird, I know, but it doesn't matter. So, and it doesn't bother me. It's a great question. Which one was built first, DC-10 or the MD-11? Infinite Flight Realism? Yes, I do use screenshots for my thumbnails. Matter of fact, the screenshot that we're using today for our thumbnail is actually made by somebody in our community. They created the screenshot before I had even flown a DC-10 flight. And I was like, I need a screenshot. And so I went to my screenshot section on our Discord channel, and I was like, hey, I'm going to use this. And he's like, okay, cool. So, I can't remember who I got it from, though. Looking for a cool, let's see if we can get a cool scenic shot, I guess. I like the right wing view as usual. Chan Justin, what do you mean will I be getting in-flight instruments? What does that mean? Laser Gamer, how you doing, man? Welcome back. Welcome back. So Starley says that the DC-10 was built 20 years before the MD-11. Bro, you just be knowing stuff, man. You just be knowing stuff. The green cheese. I'm glad you made it, man. Welcome. Ethan Rob, what's up, bro? Welcome. Anthony, you're way behind me. Don't worry, man. We all got plenty of time. We got 2 flights anyways. So speaking of that, since we have 2 flights, we need to use 2 separate runways. Shanji, please, I beg you, do not fly into me, because this happens very often. And I don't think you do it on purpose, but at the same time, it just happens too often, and you're like right there. So, just don't fly through me, please. Don't kill us today. But yeah, so flying into Paris, Charles de Gaulle. We will do, what's the wind looking like? No wind, that's always fun. We'll land on the 27 side, that's what's already planned in our flight plan. And what I'm thinking is we can land on 27 right and take off 27 left. Or land on 26 right. No, I'm sorry, no. So basically land on the outermost runway. So the shorter ones are the ones you land on. The longer ones are the ones we'll take off on. So if you land on the south side of the airport, which is 26 right, 26 left, you'll take off on 26 right and land on 26 left. And on the north side of the airport, you'll land on 27 right and take off on 27 left. Hopefully you guys understand that. So I'll probably pick one. I don't know. I guess I could pick it now. I think I'd rather land on the south side. Yeah, I'll land on the south side. So I'll land on 26 left, and then I'll taxi my way back to 26 right, and then we'll take off. So I won't go to the gate and stuff. We're not gonna do all that. We're just basically gonna. There should be some type of taxiway that takes us in between 26 left and 26 right, back to 26 right. So that's what I'm planning on doing. So that way we have a good flow of traffic. You know what I mean? That way when everybody's landing on 26 left and 27 right, the other aircraft who are already on the ground do I have to wait for you to land? They can take off on 27 and 26 right. I mean 27 left and 26 right. So that makes sense to me. I hope it makes sense to you. Yeah, Starley's already on his descent. Our final stop today, if you just joined us, will be Frankfurt, Germany. For today's Friday night flight. But we'll be stopping over in Paris. So London, Paris to Frankfurt, Germany. Oh crap! What? Hold on. This is not a good time for them to call. This always happens in the middle of a flight. I get freaking calls. I'll have to decline that, sir. This is actually the first time this has happened on live stream. Thankfully, the only time it's only happened. So, and we're back. And I'm pretty sure Sean is ahead of us now because that's what happens. This is what happens when you get a phone call. It sets you back. It freezes your sim. Thankfully, I didn't lose the entire flight. If I look on Infinite Passenger, it's probably gonna tell me, oh, it didn't even start. Oh my gosh, I forgot to start it. Dang it. Oh well. Oh well. Right, sad music. Can you guys still hear me though? You should still be able to hear me. Some of you guys are still in line for takeoff. And Heathrow. Yeah, now we're like close to him. What altitude are we at? Holy crap. Alright, let's get off. Let's get away. I'm gonna go up like 800 more feet. So we can be separated, please. As I said, this happens every single stream. And I don't know, that was weird because he was like way ahead of us. You guys saw it. He was way ahead of us. And then all of a sudden, he was like right in front of us. It was weird. Like he definitely glitched out or something. Alright, we can get some more speed. Let's go 8. Ooh, we go 9.9. We're gonna Mach 0.9. Yep, mid-air collision. I still don't know what you were talking about with infinite instruments. What is that? Never heard of it. Never heard of it, man. Well, I guess you were in line for 20 minutes. We actually weren't even in line for that long. So I guess that's a good thing. We pushed back so early. And it wasn't even really early. I mean, we had to wait too for somebody else to push back. So, but I think that if we had got in any later, we'd be probably still in line waiting to taxi or something, waiting for takeoff. I think we're good right there at Mach 0.9, and we're at flight level 356 now. So as long as he stays down there, we'll be good. We have about 51 minutes left to our destination, so we have a while left to go, so we can hang out, chill. How you guys doing? So what is this infinite flight or infinite instruments thing that you mentioned? Oh, it's gonna be an app where you can see your live instruments. That's interesting. I don't know. I mean, I can't really have another app running on my phone. Like, how am I supposed to look at instruments on the same device that I am flying on? I'd have to have a separate device to do that, and I don't have a separate device to dedicate to infinite flight. So I would definitely not be getting that. I don't think it's going to be bad on the ground in Paris, except for maybe just between us. I mean, if you guys make it bad, yes, it will be bad on the ground in Paris. But if you guys do what I said and land on the outside runways and take off on the inside runways, then we'll be just fine. I am not buying a new phone just to use instruments on. That's what X-Plane is for. If you want to get to that level of realism, you just play freaking X-Plane. Sean NG, how you doing, man? Actually, I already said hi to you. Luke D, what's up, bro? mean, that's a cool concept, though. I mean, if I had another device, I'd probably give it a try, but I don't. Bay Area gamer, no caps, man. And I will not answer your question because you use caps to try to get my attention. So that's not how we do it here. Nice, Seju, you live in Houston too, bro? What's up, man? Not parking in Paris, so if you guys want to meet us in Paris, you can meet us in Paris, but I'm not going to be parking. We're going to be taxiing straight to the runway when we land. iPad with multi-window is still not going to work. So guys, this is how Infinite Flight works, all right? So you can have multiple apps running. So right now I have Infinite Passenger running in the background, which was supposed to be recording today's flight, but I didn't set it up. I didn't start it before the flight started, so sadly it didn't start. So we'll use it on the second flight. But every time you exit out of the app, even if you just like double tap on the home button and go to the screen on an iOS device, that is going to freeze your sim. So it's going to take you longer to get places. If you're going to try to use a app where you see instruments on a separate app, anytime you leave the Infinite Flight screen, your plane is not going to continue without you. It's going to stop in place and disconnect you. And then as soon as you come back, it'll reconnect you and you'll continue where you started, just how you were. So yeah, I mean, if you want to do apps like that, you're gonna want to use a separate app on a separate phone, so that way it doesn't interfere with your current flight on your phone. Because every time somebody calls, or you get even if like for me, even when I get a text message, my Infinite Flight lags by like I don't know, like a second. On the PC, there's Infinite Flight instruments too. Okay, well, that's cool then. Well, on PC that'll work. Brady, Joseph, how you doing, man? Again, guys, at CDG at Paris, we'll be landing on the outside runways, so the outermost runways, the shorter ones. If you look on your screen, they're the shorter ones. We'll be landing on the 27 and 26 side, just so you know. The inside runways, the ones closer to the terminals, are the ones that we're using for departure. Do you need Infinite Passenger? No, you don't need Infinite Passenger. You can fly without it. Sadly, we're not gonna have much more sunlight here. I mean, this is what happens when I don't fly in the United States. We don't get the sun sets when I'm awake. Oh, Sean and G, I see what you're saying. I didn't even know you could do split screen with Infinite Flight on an iPad, but I have an iPhone, so my screen is definitely not big enough to do 2 apps live on the same screen. I want to be able to see everything. Right now on the map, we are, let's see, we're probably flying over, what? Where are we? We probably need to descend soon, actually. You know what? I looked at our ETE wrong. So the ETE is actually including the flight to Frankfurt, not to Paris. So we need to descend now. Yeah, we do. So let's go ahead and plan our descent. We're gonna be landing on 26 left. So not sure what the altitudes are. I don't have the charts for Paris. I was not planning on doing Infinite Flight today, so I'm not prepared with charts and stuff. But let's just go ahead and assume like 1,800 here. We'll do like 2,500 there and 3,000 there. Wow, yeah. So we need to descend now. Let's go ahead and descend. We're probably going to be a little bit late. We may not even have. We may not get there in time. So how about this? We'll slow down to 0.79. I wish this thing had level change mode. That'd be really cool. And then doing that is actually probably going to allow him to pass us by. And so that way we can descend behind him and not through him. But it looks like he's slowing down too. Yep, he is. Come on, bro. I need to descend and you're right under me. Like, I can't put my nose down as long as you're under me. Yeah, we are dangerously close. I mean, like, this would be cool if we were doing a formation flight, but this is definitely not a formation flight. And how did you get 500 feet higher? I'm not even descending yet. Yeah, we're still going to hit each other. Alright, descending. Down to freaking 3,000 feet is where we're going. I got to make sure I pay attention, too. Because we're descending below 10,000. And since we're not using infinite passenger, I'm going to expedite my descent down to like 3,000 feet per minute, maybe 3,200. With infinite passenger, you can only descend about 2,000 feet per minute at a time without getting any penalties. But since we're not using it, we're going to do a little bit faster. When I fly X-plane, level change in VNAV will descend you at about 3,500 feet at times, so it's not unnormal. You can fly whatever you want, man. You do not have to fly British Airways. This was my personal decision to fly this plane. Because I was like, hey, we're flying where this airline flies to, so why not fly to British Airways? Plus, I like the livery a lot. Not that we're probably not gonna be able to see it once the sun goes down, but yeah, this is my personal decision was to fly this. So you do not have to fly the same airline as I fly whenever we fly these streams. You can fly whatever you like. Actually, FAA is not. FAA is American, right? That's not. They don't do that in Europe, right? Isn't it called something else? Kai, this is not training server. You guys should know by now. I don't fly training server. You guys should know by now. Clarence, why was I going Mach 0.9? My cruising speed is Mach 8.6 because I want to. Alright, so where are we? Yeah, we are probably gonna. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to hold. I don't want to because there's a lot of traffic behind us. We're gonna have to hold or something because we are not gonna make it down there in time. Legends say if you fly inverted, you'll go faster. I think they're right. Yeah, there's a ton of arrivals in the Frankfurt, and those are probably not all of them. There's always people who don't file their flight plans and stuff. What's going on, Franco Letman? Welcome back, man. Good to see you. Glad you were able to make it out. Like I said, sun is setting, so enjoy the view now. Because once that sun goes down, it's going to be pitch black. Won't be able to see anything. Look at that freaking descent profile. Alright, how far? He's right there still. I'm going to slow our speed down to 230. Do 240. Spoilers are still on to flight. I have a feeling that we're going to have another in-air collision. I think Sean would be really good at formation flights, but when it comes to airliners, you're always too close. Like that is, yeah, not okay. ATC's online where? At Paris? In Paris, I should say. I have reports that oh yeah, we do have ATC online now. Hopefully they don't change the runway. Not that there's any wind. IFATC Dylan Lewis is on ground and tower. No approach, but ground and tower is on. So again, I'm still planning on landing on 26 left. That's still my plan. So speaking of that, no, I'm not gonna add the flight plan. We'll just fly it. Yeah, I can't actually. If I was a passenger and I was in an airliner and I saw an aircraft flying that close, I would probably not freak out, but I would be like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." That's probably what I would do. Now, if it was flying the opposite direction, yeah, I would freak out. Like if it's flying in the same direction, then yeah, I would not freak out, like I said. But if it was flying opposite directions and I saw a plane zoom by that close to me, I would definitely freak out. I'd be like, "Yo, what is going on right now?" Now we really need to pay attention to our speed because we do not want to be speeding under 10K. And remember, we're descending all the way down to 3,000 feet. I think 4,000, 3,500 or so. And with how fast we're descending down, it's very easy to lose for that speed to get back up. So right now we're going 246. It looks like indicated. So we're only 4 knots away from that 250 mark, and we're still 8,000 feet above. Like I said, we are way too high. I wasn't paying attention and we missed our descent. So I'm probably gonna do a left 360 here, maybe a right 360. We'll do a left 360. Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll make like a left downwind type thing. So I'll turn heading on. I'm gonna turn our. Actually, I can't turn heading. So when we get to this next waypoint, I'm gonna turn left instead of continuing. So turn nav mode off, and there it is. Make a left turn here towards the east a little bit more. So this way we can lose some more altitude. So basically, we'll be flying like a left downwind 426 right. And tower already wants us to contact them, so we'll do that. We'll call inbound. Actually, let's go ahead and report position. Actually, no. Report position. Right downwind. 26 left. Full stop, I guess.
Blue 116 is on right downwind, runway 26.
So see what he says.
Full stop. Blue 116.
Roger. So he's cool with that, unless he gives us some more instructions. I mean, he can already see that we were definitely going to be a problem. Enter right base 27 right. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll do that. I'll try. We're gonna be too high though. We're gonna have to go around if we do that. Ooh, look at our speed. Look at our speed. Alright, let's turn our vertical speed down. So we're gonna turn right base. That's what he wants us to do. You saw how, like, this is what happens to me, because what happens is I'll start talking, or I'll start just like not paying attention when we get close to 10,000 feet, and I had my speed like pretty settled at 240, 245, and then right there I was at 256. Like it just changed. It just changed. No, I said I was landing 26 right, 26 left. I'm sorry. I said for everybody to land on the outside, but now that we have tower, he may change where we're all landing. We're about to get hit, aren't we? Yeah, that plane's still pretty close. TCAS alert, traffic 200 above. That's what he's saying right now. I wish that it'd be really cool if they had actual like traffic called out. That'd be cool. You would hear it all the time. You would hear it all the time. Yeah, I don't know what ATC told him to do. I don't know if ATC actually. I don't think ATC even told him anything.
November 679 Sierra Golf.
All right, yeah. So he's talking to him, saying that traffic defiles on right base. He needs to give one of us either a left. He needs to space us. So I mean, I know he's tower, but tower still can give spacing when approach is offline. Like he can tell him to extend downwind or turn around, do a left, whatever. Go down to 3,000 feet. And he still will not let me choose my runway. Yeah, he is right there. Holy crap, he's right there. Yeah, I might change the time. We might do a sunset landing here in Paris, and then I'll change the time to something daylight for when we fly into Frankfurt, because I don't want to fly night for the whole rest of the stream. There he goes. Make a left 360 for spacing.
Making a left 360.
Alright, still on base. We are at 7,000 feet. And still way, way, way too high. Oh, he just went offline. He literally came on to give him a left. Gemini Jets, welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Thank you for that subscription, man. Wow, he told him to do. He told him to do 360, and then he went offline. He might come back. Maybe he lagged out. I don't know, but that's just funny to me. I believe for landing, what's the trim setting for a DC-10?
Blue 116.
Oh, he's back. Is the same guy? No, it looks like somebody else. Wait, what? There's tower, call inbound, landing on the 26 left. I should have told him I was on the right base. I need to turn final here. What is the airport elevation? Paris. That's very important right now. I think it's like sea level. He's giving us 27 right, so now we're switching runways. Alright, 392 feet. Alright, we're getting 27 right. And it's still not popping up. So we made it 3,000 feet. We can kill the spoilers.
Paris Charles Tower, Air Force 855 is
find ourselves on the map, and we have to find. Go ahead and point ourselves to 27. What is it, right or left? I think it was right. That he said 27 right, yeah. So yeah, this is a different controller. The other guy got offline, and I believe a different controller just logged in. So I think this is a different person. No, it's the same guy. Same guy. So I guess he just changed it on us. Landing lights were not on. They are now.
Paris Charles Tower, Tango Sierra 228, ready for takeoff.
We have a jet with us now.
Left, departing east. Paris Charles Tower, November 679 Sierra Golf is 27 nautical miles to the east at 3,000 feet. Inbound for landing.
Come on, let me freaking choose the dang ILS, man.
Paris Charles Tower.
Ooh, a lot of traffic coming in right now. Right here, he's like 1,000. He's what's like is that 1,000 feet? 10,000 feet above us though. Flaps 15. I can't really see much, to be honest, guys. Let's see if we can find the airport. I believe that green dot out there is the airport. Nice. Starly already headed to Frankfurt. I'm going to hold this heading for, actually I'll turn just a little bit to the right. We'll hold this heading for a bit. We'll stay at the same speed, 220 knots, that works for me. He told us to fly straight in. Oh wait, did I get off? Did he leave again? What is going on? He must be having some internet issues or something, because he keeps leaving. 7 right he gave us, so I guess now we're taking 27 right.
Blue 116 is on final, runway 27 right.
Yeah, this person is way too high. He's at 10,000 feet on final.
Paris Charles Unicom, Air France 104.
I am not changing the aircraft, guys, for this next leg.
Runway 27 right. Paris Charles Unicom,
So
November
dark.
679 Sierra Golf is 21 nautical miles to the east at 3,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Will make left traffic for runway 27 right. Paris Charles Unicom is using.
It's just so weird how ATC out of nowhere came. Oh, he's back. He is back. Report position on final. Runway 27 right. He better not change my runway again. Full stop.
You're in an active airspace. Please contact Paris Charles Tower on 118.65. Paris Charles Tower.
That's funny. He reported me. He says, "I'm sorry. It's all good, man. If you're having internet issues or whatever, you can't stop that." Thank you, Dylan.
Blue 116 is on
Alright, where are we?
27 right. Full stop. Blue 116. Roger.
And we go a bit to the left. Okay, now I can connect to the ILS or the localizer for LFPG, and we were all to the left of it.
Departing south. Paris Charles Tower, land Chile 400 nautical miles to the east at 3,800.
I'm thinking of doing one of these landings manual and one of them
Air Force 855,
and one of them with the approach mode. So I think the first one will do. This first one will do manual. Oh, we got two aircraft in the red zone around this TCAS alert. Holy crap!
Runway 27 left. Enter right base runway 27 left.
ATC, do your job, do your job.
Air Force 8
Oh, what just happened?
Number 1, runway 27
What just happened?
left.
What did I press? I must have pressed something again.
16, number 1, runway 27 right, cleared to land.
Alright.
Blue 117, make a right 360.
Alright, we are 10 miles out.
Number 679 Sierra Golf. Number 2.
Oh, I think I hit nav mode on accident.
Right, cleared to land.
Go for the laps. 28. Speed down to 190. 180 works too. I have visual. Oh crap. Come on. Look back over there. Stop it. Look in the right direction. We are flying by hand and you're not looking in the right direction. You need to help me here.
Paris Charles Tower, Swiss 101.
What did I do? Oh, my altitude is stuck on. That's what it was. That's what happened to me yesterday. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this right today. No freaking accidentally pressing buttons and crap. Oh, BS.
Swiss 101.
Oh my gosh, you won't zoom in. Okay, forget it. We're not going to zoom in. Gear down. Spoilers to arm.
Swiss 101. Correction. Stand by. Swiss 101.
Flaps 35.
Ground on 121.907. Land Chile 402. Number 1. Runway 27 left.
I still don't remember what the trim is, so we're just not going to use it.
Runway 27 left.
And you guys did not reply fast enough on the chat to tell me what the trim was for this aircraft, so we're just going to leave it off. We'll land with no trim.
Right, cleared to land. Number 4, cleared to land. Runway 27 right, Air Baltic 897.
Alright, let's get the aircraft back under control. Again, I hate to make sure I watch my fingers and make sure I do not accidentally press any buttons on approach, because that is what messed us up yesterday.
2,000 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 27 right. Air Baltic 897, make a right 360 for spacing. Paris Charles Tower, Blue 117.
Alright, we're still a bit to the left of the runway, so we're correcting right now. Here comes the localizer. Start banking to the left. I don't remember what the landing speed. I think it's like 160 in this thing.
Speedbird 975, number 4, runway 27 right, cleared to land. Number 4.
Alright, we're already clear for landing, so we don't need to contact tower about anything else. We can focus on our landing. I like it when they give us clearance, you know, a ways out, so that we don't have to worry about actually like saying anything back and forth to tower, so that way we can actually focus on our landing and not on handling the radios.
Runway 27 left, cleared to land. Number 3, cleared to land. Runway 27 left, Blue 117.
Alright, we're just about lined up. There we are on the runway.
Land Chile,
Winds are 4 knots,
turn left. Contact ground on the taxiway.
so not very strong. As long as I don't press any of the wrong buttons, we should be alright.
Making a right 360, Blue 117.
Just be very steady with my hands here.
402.
We have about a we're about 650 vertical speed, about 650.
Air Baltic 897 is on final runway.
Here comes a glide slope.
Right. Air Baltic 897. Roger.
There's 700, 800.
Blue 117. Please expedite. 300.
Spoilers are armed. Gear is down.
Going around. Speedbird 230 heavy. Air Force 855. When able, turn left.
Alright, I see one red. I see one white. Now we're a bit high.
Blue 117 is on final runway 27 right. Wilco, Air Force 855.
Come on, come on. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Are we down? We are down. Are we down? Is the nose down?
Blue 117.
Nose is not down.
Straight at runway 27 left.
The nose was not down. I thought that I was like, are we down? I could not tell if we were down. Cool. That wasn't horrible.
Blue 117.
Whew, okay.
Number 1, runway 27
Night landing. There we go.
Cleared to land.
All right, so it looks like there is actually no taxiway in between 27 right and 27 left. So we'll basically just taxi across 27 left. We'll probably have to contact ground, and then we'll just taxi back to the runway, and then we'll finish our flight off to Frankfurt.
Paris Charles Tower, Bravo
Brake,
Alpha
transpose
952
off,
20
flaps
nautical
up.
miles to the northeast at 16,000.
We'll leave the landing lights and stuff on since it's nighttime.
Speedbird 230 heavy.
There we go.
Make right traffic
And
runway
we will
27
switch
right.
to ground and request runway crossing of runway 27 left, which is going to be our... Oh, whoa, bro! Really? I mean, we've gone through this. We really gone through... Oh my gosh. We went through this in the air, and now we're doing this again on the ground. I mean, there's another taxiway down there. There's another one. If you had to exit, you didn't have to exit. You could exit back there, or there's another one before this one. I'm gonna move up. Alright, so waiting to hear back from ground for clearance to cross runway 27 left. Yeah, that nose was up for a while, wasn't it? I was like, are we down? I was like, are we floating or are we down? I couldn't tell if we were floating or are we down. I don't know if anybody got a recording of that, but I didn't know if we were landed, if we were on the ground or not. But that's probably the best landing I've had in a week.
Blue 116.
Whether you think it's a good landing or not, that has been my best landing all week. I've had a very rough week. I've had a drought when it comes to landings this week, probably even last week. Yeah, it's really dark. I know. We're gonna be changing the time of day here once we. See, I'm trying to think. I guess we could do it on the ground. Well, basically, I guess kind of like simulate as if we kind of stayed the night in Paris, and then we're gonna take off in the morning. So we'll fly out at sunrise. That's what we'll do.
Air Force 855. Request taxi to parking. Air Force 855. Cross runway 27 left. Crossing.
All right. Well, welcome to Paris, Charles de Gaulle. Hope you guys enjoy your visit. Definitely go and check out the Eiffel Tower. It's like really cool. I've been there. And what else? I don't know. Paris is such a beautiful place. I have photos there. I know I have not done a face reveal or anything like that, but I do have photos of me in Paris. It's about a year ago now. I went there in January. All right, so like I said, we're gonna like kind of simulate as if we spent the night here, and so we're gonna speed up time. And now it is morning in Paris. Make sure our weight and balance is good. We still have we still have like 4 hours of fuel. We're good. Time, weight, balance, all that's good. We'll go ahead and ask around to give us taxi back to the runway. We'll request runway 27 left. And I'll wait to hear from him.
Blue 116, ready to
and now that the daytime is out,
left.
cool. We've been cleared.
116, taxi to runway 27
We'll turn off the landing lights.
Contact tower when
Oh,
ready.
and we do need to, one more thing. We need to turn on we need to turn on infinite passenger. Do not let me forget to turn on infinite
Taxiing
passenger.
to runway 27 left. Blue 116, Paris Charles ground. November
Yep, time
679
magic.
Sierra Golf, ready to taxi to runway 27
Is it
left.
possible for me to change the dates the next day? I think that is possible.
Paris Charles ground.
I may have to go take a look at that in the time settings. I know that they said that we could change the date that we're flying. I've never really tried it.
Sierra Golf, taxi to runway
Alright, so I'm just
27
landing lights off
left.
and
Contact
strobes
tower
off.
when ready. Air Baltic 897, taxi to runway 27
I could change it to
left.
Christmas. That would be
Contact
cool.
tower when ready.
I know you can
Taxiing
change it
to
like
runway 27 left.
be like
November
back time.
679 Sierra
I don't know if you
Golf,
can change it to the future.
Taxiing to runway 27 left. Air
Or
Baltic
how far in the future can you go?
897. Alpha Fox Tread 1268.
Got an
Pushback
F-14
approved.
escort.
Expect runway 27 left. Pushback approved. Alpha Fox Trent 1268. Paris Charles.
Does this taxiway go all the way to the
Southwest
end? Yes, it does. So we'll go to our left.
Ready for pushback. Southwest 1256. Pushback approved.
Yeah, we'll definitely go to the left because somebody's on the right side already.
Air Baltic 897.
I'm glad we were able to get some giveaways to aircraft on your right. Will do.
Southwest 1256.
Already did.
Blue 116.
I'm really glad we were able to get ATC though here in Paris. It's pretty cool. So thank you, Mr. Dillon,
116.
for being ATC for us today.
Alpha Fox Trent 1268.
We'll go set our flaps for takeoff again, and we'll set our trim for takeoff again. We rotated like pretty, like we rotated really good out of here, out of Heathrow. So not expecting a lot of like ground traffic like ahead of us. Yeah, we only got one aircraft taxiing to 27 left, so we're good. We're good. Should not have to wait in line for too long. That's always a plus. Nice. Hopefully we get some pretty good ATC in Frankfurt. I think that approach and tower was online. Not 100% sure. But I like having approach online because it really shows like the skill of an ATC controller. I feel because approach is not easy to do in a busy airspace, as you saw yesterday in yesterday's live stream in Mexico. That was pretty nuts. And that guy did an amazing job. I don't even remember what his name was, but he did a great job. How'd you beat us to the line, Air France? Oh no, you didn't beat us. Haha. We'll go right here. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and contact tower. And we'll wait. We'll hold short.
Roger. Papa Alpha.
There's actually a lot more runway over there.
Enter right downwind runway 27
I think Singapore
right.
just hit us again. Yeah, we did.
Enter right downwind runway 27 right. Speedbird 210. Speedbird 007. Roger. Speedbird 007. Number 2. Runway 27 right. Cleared to land.
Go, and looks like he's about to rotate. We'll request takeoff on runway 27 left out of Paris, Charles de Gaulle. And we'll be heading to the east. And he just took out our rear elevators.
Departing east. Speedbird 230 heavy.
Alright, line up and wait. Runway 27 left, Blue 116.
Blue 116. Line up and wait. Runway 27 left.
Oh,
Line up and
hold on. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Hold on. Back. We're doing LFPG to EDDF. That's about, I don't know, 45 minutes, something like that. And let's start. 216 people on board. He's probably like, where the heck did he go? Calibrate. All these park brakes. And as long as nobody is inside of us, we should still be able to like line up on the runway.
Requesting runway 27 right. Air Force 855. You're
Okay,
in
cool.
an active
We're back.
airspace.
We're
Please
back.
contact Paris Charles Tower on 118.65. Holding short.
Did I turn the land lights on?
27
I did.
left.
I did. They're on now.
679
Look at that. You can see
Sierra
another
Golf.
British Airways DC-10 landing on 27 right over there.
Is on left base runway 27 right.
That is why I chose the outside
Speedbird
runway so we can do
210,
stuff like this,
number
landing and
2,
takeoff at the same time.
Runway 27 right, cleared to land. Number 2, cleared
Oops, I
to
can't do
land.
fuel dump. I want to do
Runway
brakes. There it
27
is.
right, Speedbird 210.
Okay, yeah. I know. Alright, altitude. So we can do 12,000 again. Heading, all that other stuff looks good. Spoilers are set to RTO. Trim is set. Flaps are set. Gear set.
Blue
Brakes are set.
116,
Clear for takeoff.
Runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff. Lufthansa 88.
And lights are
is on
set. All
final
this stuff is
runway
good.
26
Everything is
right.
closed.
Cleared for
Locked up
takeoff.
to
Runway 27
92-ish
left, Blue
percent.
116.
Brakes are
Lufthansa
released.
88. Roger.
Let's go. Flight number 2. It's been a while since we've done 2 flights in a stream, so. Oh wow, rotated at freaking 100 knots. Oh wait, okay, I don't think we're up yet. We are not up yet, are we? Okay, there it is. Altitude. Altimeter is alive. Holy crap, that was crazy. Positive rate, gear up. How do we rotate at 90 knots in a DC-10? That is just crazy. Alright, we're gonna try to fly this out too.
Number 2, runway 27 left, clear to land. Paris
Pull the throttle back a little bit.
Speedbird 230, heavy is 2 nautical miles to the northeast at 900 feet.
Nose down a little
Inbound
bit.
for touch and go.
Get some of that
Requesting
speed back.
Runway 27 right. November 679 Sierra
77%
Golf.
on the throttle.
Line up and wait for runway
That was nuts.
27 left. Number 2, clear to land.
Welcome,
Runway
Your Gaming 12.
27 left. Lufthansa
There was no
88.
V1, it was just
Line up and
rotate.
wait for runway 27 left.
There was no
November
V1, we just
679
rotated.
Sierra Golf.
That was funny.
Papa Alpha, number 2.
Alright,
Runway
so right now we're not really
27
flying
left,
runway heading,
clear
we're
to
kind of
land.
flying to
Number
the
2,
southwest of
clear
the
to
runway.
land. Runway 27 left.
But
Papa
when we get to
Alpha,
this next
Papa
waypoint, we're
Alpha.
gonna turn. I don't have my flight plan updated to the correct sequence right now. Right now it thinks we're way back there somewhere.
Runway
So
27
we'll change
left,
that here once we
cleared
get
for
up
takeoff. Cleared
a
for
bit
takeoff.
higher.
Runway 27
I'm not worried about it right now.
November
Well,
679
good morning, guys,
Sierra
from Paris. Hope you guys enjoyed your night. Oh crap, turn that off. Hope you guys enjoyed your night. I did. When I visit the Eiffel Tower. Has some really nice French food. I can't remember what French people eat.
Blue 116.
I put the nose up so we don't get
Frequency change approved.
so we don't start
Good day.
speeding here. Alright, frequency change approved. Acknowledge handoff. Send that.
Frequency change approved.
We'll also
Blue
let him know we
116.
appreciate him.
Good
So
day.
we'll say thank you and good day.
Thank you. Good
There we
day.
go.
Blue 116.
Watch our speed because we're right under 250 knots. This thing really wants to get up above it.
Speedbird 230 heavy.
So,
Request
alright, turn it left
frequency
again.
change.
This thing is rocketing out. We were up about 7,000 vertical speed
Speedbird
at one
230
point.
heavy. Frequency change approved. Good day. November 679 Sierra Golf. Frequency
Sometimes
change
it's so hard to
approved.
fly
Good
with,
day.
or
Frequency
it's not
change
hard. It's
approved.
just you have to
Speedbird
concentrate. I'm not
230
concentrating right now. I'm
heavy.
reading the
Good
chat.
day.
I'm looking at
Frequency
stream
change
stuff.
approved. November 679 Sierra Golf. Good day.
So distracted. You alright over there, co-pilot? Alright, cool. I'm glad you're alright. It was a long night. Didn't really sleep very well. It felt like we stayed in the plane all night, but you know how it is when you visit new places. When you're having a good time, time flies. Alright, we go flaps up. We're almost at 10,000. If we could just get above 10,000, we can freaking speed up a bit. Still flying the departure route here. There's 10K. Yeah, I know I have to activate the leg and I haven't activated it yet. I haven't been to my map screen, and since I'm flying by hand, I can't. I mean, I can, but it would be risky to go to my map screen unless I turn on my autopilot. So I'll turn on the autopilot first, and then we'll activate the next leg, so that way the aircraft will fly to the correct place. Alright, we're passing 12,000. Let's go ahead and change altitude so we don't make the mistake again. Go to, I'm not sure how long this last leg is.
88 to 7 nautical miles to the east at 2,000 feet. Inbound for landing. Requesting runway 27 left. Speedbird
Just gonna make this
007,
last turn, and we'll
you're
go ahead and
already
turn on heading
cleared to
mode. Let's make
land.
this last turn.
Avoid unnecessary reports. Papa Alpha,
And,
Papa
we're gonna go ahead
Alpha,
and change
maintain
frequencies
slowest
too.
practical speed. Lufthansa 88, maintain best forward speed. Maintain slowest practical speed. Papa Alpha, Papa Alpha.
Passing 15,000. We're only flying about 222 indicated. Ground speed is 291. Alright, right about there should be fine. Just gonna let it turn just a little bit more, and then we'll hit autopilot. Alright, that's good right there. And wow, look at that vertical speed. It's like I don't even notice that my nose is up that far until I look over there. So let's turn it down. All the way down. That works for me. 3,000. We'll do speed, same as last time. We'll do 295 on climb. And, oh, I can't hit nav mode yet because I don't have that leg activated on our flight plans. Let's go do that. So the leg we want to activate is gonna be whatever, the GTQ27. Right there, hit activate that. And now, once I hit nav mode, it'll fly us there. Nice. Alright, so we're way above the altitude that we need landing lights. Doesn't this look so much better at sunrise? It really does. Well, guys, what's going on? Nice, you were landing parallel at a takeoff. Cool. Our city, IF. So, what's you guys' Christmas plans? What you guys got planned for Christmas? Do you guys celebrate Christmas on those over there? You guys do Christmas over there? Hope you guys are enjoying the flight. Like I said, it's been a while since we've done multiple legs in a flight. Sorry for the delay. This flight got started a little bit late. I had some internet issues. I don't know why. This morning my internet decided to be like not working at all. So I didn't fly into Dubai last week, so I don't know what controller you're talking about. But apparently, whoever was the controller last week in Dubai is controller now in Frankfurt. But I ain't worried about it. Yeah, I get it. Infinite flight realism. How busy is it in Frankfurt? Can we even see that? Are we too far away to see how traffic looks like? There's a lot of aircraft just in this whole area. Like you got a lot of people flying into around Brussels. We have people over here, and actually, we only have one guy over there. A lot of people in London, Heathrow as usual. We're too far to see traffic around Frankfurt, but we do see there's ATC on, and it looks like there's low visibility too. 3 statute mile visibility. We have ATC Marco and ATC MBM Huey. So we have cool. I kind of like it when there's like a specific ground controller, a specific tower, and a specific approach. So that way, that person can focus on that thing and not doing multiple roles. All right, let's climb to our. Let's see, we have 39 minutes. We're not gonna climb. We'll go to like 290. Oops, wrong way. There it is. Alright, this time let's try not to have any in-air collisions, please. Yeah, technically the Friday night flight event doesn't even start for another hour and a half. But there's already controllers online, there's already ATC, so we're getting our early start. I think if we were to wait for the actual Friday night flight to start, it'd probably be even more busy than it is now. So we're probably getting the best of it right now. But it's a ton of traffic already. I mean, but think about it again, like in Frankfurt, think about what time it is in Frankfurt. So people who live in Frankfurt or around Frankfurt or anywhere in the Europe, region, they are flying right now into Frankfurt. So, once uh, the official event starts up, you know, you'll have people from other parts of the world joining in too. But it's busy, busy, busy. Starly says this will be my first successful flight with this ATC or with his ATC. And then Walking Fruit says, I wish you luck. May God be with you all. Well, I'm hoping so. I know that on event days like this, ATC can be very strict. And I am not against that. But as long as they're strict to the correct people with the correct call signs, and as long as they're doing the correct thing also, I am okay with that. Because you know me, whenever I become IFATC, I am going to be probably that controller you hate because I'm going to be ghosting everybody. That's probably why I'm not IFATC yet, because I will be ghosting everybody. Fuzzy's asking, what app do you use to see how far the flight is before setting up? I use SkyVector. If you, with SkyVector or FlightAware is a good website also. FlightAware.com. They have an app, but it's just a website. But basically, you just type in where you're flying to and from, and it'll kind of tell you, like how long it'll take. As long as, well, I think probably the best way is to use SimBrief. To be honest, SimBrief, you type in your departure and arrival. It'll give you your altitude, it'll give you your time and route, it'll give you your flight plan, basically everything you need. If you use FlightAware will actually give you real life flights that are also, come on bro, really? Are we doing this again? It'll give you real life flights, and it'll tell you how long those flights take, and so that's a good idea of how long your flight's gonna take. And so I like using FlightAware. SkyVector, you just need to have a little bit more information. You just need to take the information from FlightAware or somewhere and put it in there, because you need to know your speed. With FlightAware, you can put point A to point B, but you need to have your speed and altitude in order for it to give you a accurate en route time. So that's what I use, is FlightAware, SkyVector, and SimBrief, so that I know how long flights are going to take before I use them, before I do them. So that way you put enough fuel on board, and you also know if you have enough time to even fly it. I think the most important thing is to know how much fuel you need on board, because you do a flight, you have no idea how long it's going to take, and how do you know if you put enough fuel? I mean, yeah, you could put like max fuel and probably make it, but what's the point of you flying heavy and making your landing more difficult and your takeoff more difficult if you don't need all that extra fuel? Yes, please, 5 nautical miles of separation is required. That is usually the best. Alright, so we're at 290, and this is a very short flight, so we do need to think about when we're gonna descend, so we don't have to go into the situation we were in before. We're gonna have, wow, look how busy Frankfurt is. We're gonna have ATC, we're gonna have approach, so they may help us. But I would like to be already at the correct altitude before we even get into the approach's airspace. Yeah, Frankfurt is crazy busy. The ground is busy. Looks like the airspace around it is pretty busy. It's not like as busy as I would expect it. And we don't have a lot of aircraft flying in either. We have, like, what do you feel, like 5, 6 of you guys flying with us today? So it may not be as bad as you guys think it's gonna be. But as far as descending, let's think about, we are 100 miles from GTQ-27. So let's be there at, that's actually pretty far out too. That's pretty far out. Yeah, that's pretty far out. So we have 100 miles, we have 90 miles between GTQ and DF168. So we'll descend at GTQ. That's what we'll do. And we'll descend down to like 12,000 or something. So that'll keep us above 10,000, so we can still fly as fast as we like. And we'll be low enough that ATC can give us some pretty good vectors to get us on the ground pretty quickly. You probably wouldn't be surprised if you saw Laura. I thought I saw a tweet earlier of her flying in or out of Frankfurt. She's been doing testing for the new CRJ, which I'm very excited about. I'm very, very excited about the CRJ. I'm very, very excited about the CRJ. Obviously, we won't be able to see it. I think you guys should know that by now from the release of the DC-10 MD-11. When they were testing it, they are on the same server, but we cannot see the aircraft. Yes, Starly, I remember that guy. I'm not worried about it. I don't hold grudges as long as he doesn't ghost me. So it really doesn't matter if Laura is at Frankfurt or not. It's not like we can see her plane. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to CRJ. I want to see. I know we've already confirmed that it does have opening passenger door. It looks good. So, I mean, I wonder how far they are on testing, you know? Like, how much longer? Like, the way that they made the post sound a couple days ago, or whatever it was, is that the CRJ is coming out, but not only the CRJ. Apparently, something else is releasing with the CRJ. So, I mean, we can just, I would just look at that post they posted. But she said that, well, I need to find it. I need to find her post. But it said something about they're working on the CRJ and they can't wait to see what comes with it or something like that. Don't take my word for it. I'm paraphrasing. Yeah, so it looks like, according to her Twitter, she flew into Frankfurt from Paris Orly about 3 hours ago. Looking for the tweet they sent out about the CRJ update. I don't think I can find it. Yeah, I can't find it. It might not have been her. It might have been Infinite Flight themselves. Or it could have been Philip. I don't know. It was somebody Infinite related. Was the CRJ-200 the first aircraft? That's hard to believe. Oh, okay, here we go. So, I'm reading this from Infinite Flight's official Twitter page. It says, "Are you guys ready for the CRJ? We started test flying one of the variants around the world. Wait until you see what's coming with this plane." So when they say with this plane, are they talking about wait till you see like the features of the plane, or are there other features outside of the plane's development? Like, when I read that, I was like, with the plane. So I started thinking like separate things outside of the plane. So yeah, it's gonna have passenger doors. That's something that's a part of the plane. All the, the livery, that comes also a part of the plane. But are there other things that they're updating, that they're releasing, that maybe they couldn't release with the DC-10 that they were working on, that's gonna come out with the CRJ update? And when is it gonna come out? Is it gonna come out first of the year, Christmas? How far into are they on it? You're fighting on Infinite Flight? I don't even know what that means. I don't know. Maybe tire smoke. I don't know. I know they're working on a lot of stuff. Now, wing flex is just, I already expect wing flex. I mean, I feel like every aircraft they come out with from now on is expected to have wing flex. If it doesn't have wing flex, then it should not be released yet. Alright, where are we? Make sure we don't miss our top of descent today. And we're good. We still have 61 miles till we get to our top of descent. Tire smoke, I mean, that's not something I really want. I mean, because even in real life, you don't always see tire smoke when aircraft land. depending on how they land, you'll see tire smoke. But I don't think we need tire smoke. Of all the features that Infinite Flight could add, they could do a lot better than tire smoke. I'm not worried about tire smoke. I'm not worried about tire smoke, man. Oh, nice. Starlight says he flew with Laura. From where? Somewhere to somewhere 3 hours ago. That's cool. Should you get a pro subscription to Infinite Flight? I'm always gonna say yes. Isaac just arrived in Paris. Welcome to Paris, bro. Yeah, I would prefer chemtrails or contrails. I like to call them contrails. Over tire smoke. I would definitely prefer that. But I don't know. I feel like the skies would be weird with a bunch of contrails everywhere. I don't know. Yeah, we are 25 minutes out from Frankfurt. Tilted landing gear, that's such a small feature. That's definitely a really good detail, but again, I don't know. Nothing to really get excited about. I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of things that can make Infinite Flight more realistic. Tire smoke is one of the smaller things. Yeah, and depending on how they do it, tire smoke can look extremely fake too. I don't know. I would definitely put tire smoke I don't know, down on the list. That's me though. I don't know what they're working on. That's up to them what they want to put out and when they want to put it out. But tire smoke is just not something that excites me. Like I said, if you ever go to an airport and you watch aircraft land, how often do you see tire smoke? I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying that it's not every aircraft you're gonna see tire smoke from. Again, depending on how they land, all that stuff. That's very true, Javion Johnson, because they added tire smoke. Who's gonna see it? Everybody but you. Yeah, there's no rain either. Because when you land, you'd only be able to watch it on replay. Therefore, you'd only ever be able to see it on solo mode. Alright, we're 38 miles from... Yeah, we're still too far to contact anybody. Yeah, Simulator Guy, I agree with that too. Why have contrails when there's no clouds? Yeah, that's a great point. Great point. So, I don't know. Like I said, Infinite Flight has a lot of things they can add. The question is, what they're going to add next. Somebody is like right on top of me. Where is he? Is he above me or below me? Might be ahead of... He is the exact same altitude as me. That's so funny how that keeps happening. Wait, hold on. I'll go back to that view here. There he is, right behind us. So Sean, let's talk. Let's have a talk. So I changed my altitude to flight level 299er in order to not be at the same altitude as you, and yet somehow you end up at the same altitude as me again. How does that keep happening? How? You've flown with me plenty of times to know what I expect from people who fly around me, and that is not what I expect. And to anybody who ever tries to join a stream and fly with me just to be on camera, that's not okay. And I'll do my best to keep you off the camera. And soon, me and the moderators have been talking, and also some other people, community members in our Discord channel. There's going to be, you know, punishments and stuff like that for people who fly through each other, people who taxi through each other. You know, people who are found just being very, like, I don't know, unprofessional very often on expert server whenever flying in my streams. They're gonna either get kicked from our Discord channel or lose a role or something like that. So keep your eye out for that. We gotta do something to cut back on it, because this week it's been really bad. The last couple flights not so bad because we've had ATC, but before then it was just really bad. Like, I felt like I was flying training server, and it really took the fun out of flying multiplayer on Infinite Flight. Ooh, okay, that's something that would excite me. Realistic engine noise, yeah, that would definitely excite me. Realistic engine noise and better night lighting, like taxi lights and taxiway lights. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that would really excite me. I think we could go ahead and start descending. No, actually, we're still pretty far. Let's not. Again, we'll descend at GTQ. We're going all the way down. Matter of fact, we need to go. We're probably gonna get vectored out, I assume. Like, look how far this guy is. We're probably gonna get vectored out here pretty far. And a few of you guys in the chat were asking, how do I know when to descend? Well, today I'm not really using my usual method. Today I'm just kind of like winging it. I'm not really, I'm not really. Usually I would use charts to figure out what altitudes I need to be at what point, and then from there I kind of just eyeball it. Just from experience of flying so much on Infinite Flight, I kind of know how much I can descend within a given distance. But right now I'm just kind of winging it. Oh, look at that booty. That booty, though. And we're about to die. Alright, let's go ahead and descend. Down to 12,000. Alright, we should be good descending from here. We'll just wait to see Frankfurt approach, which should be coming online here when we get a bit closer. We're still ways out. Still ways out. Let's do a little wing view for a little while. Finish him. Let's do the above view. I think it's this one right here. Yeah. For a little while. Changed up a bit. Once we land, I am gonna eat. I'm hungry. Fuzzy, I find my charts on Google. You just search the airport ICAO code, and you'll find your chart there. Trying to see if I can find myself on Live Flight. I haven't really been looking at Live Flight this entire stream. It's for you guys who may have just joined us. Originally, I was supposed to be flying. No, sorry, not flying. I was supposed to be playing iRacing today. Today was supposed to be my racing stream day, and nobody was online when I got on, so we'll have to do one later. But I did post a video last night of another race that I did this week. Had a lot of freaking fun. It was one of the best races I've raced in a while. It's really fun whenever you get to race with people who actually race fair and they don't wreck you on purpose and all that kind of stuff. Like whenever you were able to race side by side with somebody, like literally as hard as you can and not wreck each other, that's good racing. So that's basically what the race was. So definitely, if you're into racing, go check that out on the page. I had a lot of fun though. I also want to get into some X-Plane. So speaking of X-Plane, I when did we stream X-Plane? Last time we streamed X-Plane, I talked about how I'm working on some new scenery so that we can fly into some really nice scenery. And I was having issues with it earlier. Like a few days ago, I was having a lot of issues for whatever reason. Whenever I would try to make new scenery for an area, for example, JFK in New York, whenever I would upload that scenery to X-Plane, all I would see was like my whole city underwater. Like it was stupid. I was like, why? What am I doing wrong? And so I did it multiple times, and it kept messing up. And I was like, okay, forget it. So I ended up going and doing some more scenery tiles over in California, which I have a ton of scenery in California. That's why I fly there a lot for X-Plane. But I don't have scenery for Frankfurt, but I do have scenery for Munich. So yesterday, basically all day, I have another computer now, so I'm able to like work on one computer and do other stuff on the other computer. So what I did was I was letting the scenery basically generate while I was working in the background because it takes a while for it to to make itself and all that stuff. And so anyway, so I created Munich to Zurich all the way down to Genoa, Milano, and I didn't go all the way to Vienna. I do have Innsbruck. I did not go all the way to Vienna. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go stretch all the way to Vienna or not. I do have like Western Austria in there, but not all the way into Vienna. I'm not 100% sure if I want to do that. Whenever I create a lot of the scenery, it takes gigabytes of space. So I'm trying to be kind of conservative and like, okay, if I'm not going to fly over in this area that much, let's not create too much scenery over here. So, but I finally got it to work. It was very frustrating because before I could not get it to work correctly. Like I said, everything I would try to make would be underwater. So I got it to work. So I'm building scenery over in the New York JFK area now, and where else? I would like to do Alaska. I like to do some parts of Mexico. A lot of the places that we've flown Infinite Flight, I want to create those same areas on X-Plane so that we can fly those on X-Plane and have a whole different experience with it. All right, I got Langan info. Is that who we're looking for? Yep, that's who we're looking for. So we'll go ahead and contact him and check in. Restore our speed down 280 knots. Passing 17,000 here. We are 61 miles out, so we're doing pretty good. Pretty good on time. Altitude's looking good. We're not too high, not too low. At least right now, it looks as if we're not too high, not too low. But yeah, so I'm making a lot of scenery for X-Plane, and so I'm really excited to get into some more X-Plane flights. Now that I figured out what my issue was, why my engines failed on us on our last stream, now that I believe I know what the issue was, I feel more confident that I would not have that issue anymore, and now we can just focus on finishing an entire flight and actually getting a good landing and all that stuff, because we have not had a full from start to finish stream on X-Plane yet, but working on it, working on it. Nice, Starly made it, landed safely. How busy was it? Alright, expect Vector's Islands approach 25 left in Frankfurt. Acknowledge that. Go take a look at where 25 left is. Yeah, that's where we're headed already. 25 left is right there. Okay, cool. I think that's the one he had it set to. Yeah, it is. One thing I'll do is whenever you add this waypoint right here, it makes it easier for your aircraft to find the frequency for that approach. There we go. So we'll just continue our descent. We'll probably level off down here at 12,000 feet, and we'll wait to hear from ATC on the vectors on landing at 25 left in Frankfurt, Germany. It looks a bit busier than when we took off. Looks a little bit busier. We're still ways out, so he has time. I mean, we don't have to be vector just yet.
Turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 4000. Maintain 4000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 25 right approach.
Javion Johnson, somebody earlier in the chat did mention the Infinite Flight or in-flight instrument app that's coming out on Christmas. I did not know it was coming on Christmas though, but I don't know that I'm gonna get it because again I don't have another device unless it was on maybe on the computer. I might try it, but I don't know. Again, if I want working controls and stuff like that, I'll probably use just stick with X-Plane for that kind of stuff and not to worry too much about on Infinite Flight. But I don't know. I may change my mind when it comes out. Like if I'm impressed, I'll get it. But we'll see.
Speedbird 55 expects vectors for the aisles. Approach runway 25 right at Frankfurt Airport. Indonesia 91 is 5.
Alright, there's 12,000 right there.
East of Palhim Vina Ida 15,000 feet. Requesting aisles approach runway 25 right at Frankfurt Airport.
You can already hear on the radio how freaking busy it is here in Frankfurt.
Expects delays. Lufthansa 491 Super. Turn right heading 100 and hold over.
If you look on Live Flight, it is very busy.
Left turn.
And this is expert server.
230 knots.
I can't imagine what training server looks like on Friday Night Flight days.
Turn left heading 120 and hold.
I haven't flown Friday Night Flight for a training server in so long. I'm gaining speed. I should be slowing down. Yeah, my speed's going down.
Descend and maintain 3000. Maintain.
That's why I like when that's why I like when I'm descending to descend to a altitude that's above 10,000. That way, if I'm not paying attention, I can't be speeding. When we landed in Paris, we did not do that. We descended all the way down to 3,000 feet from like 350 or something like that. So I was a bit more paranoid. And as you guys saw, the speed did go up right before we got to 10K, so I had to slow down even more.
Requesting aisles approach runway 25 right at Frankfurt Airport. Indonesia 91. I'm sorry.
Bay Area Gamer, how do I have Vocal ATC on some videos? Just go back to that video description and that'll answer all your questions. There is a link in that video that you saw that takes you to their website, and it explains everything for you. And yes, the only time I use casual server is when I fly with IFATS. Oh wow, is that serious? So a lot more people are on expert server now because now that Global has released, it's easier to get the expert server, so less people are on training server. That is news to me. I did not know that. No wonder the quality of flights on expert server has gone down. People are just doing long flights. All right, right heading 130 down to 13,000. Oh, we got a hold. Hold over bad Durham. Okay, so we got to do a hold.
Speedbird 230 heavy. Turn right heading 110 and hold.
I said a 130.
Left turns do not exceed 200.
Actually, we're already at 12, so we need to go up 13,000. We have to hold somewhere.
Left turns. Wilco. Speedbird.
Alright, where's the hold? Alright, the hold's over there.
Blue 116. Turn right heading 130 and hold over Bad Durkheim Airport at 30.
Did he give us speed either? Did he give us a speed for our hold?
Turn right heading 130.
Nope, he didn't.
Hold over Bad Durkheim.
Alright, so we climb with 13,000.
Left turns. Wilco. Blue 116. Indonesia 91. Turn left heading 090 and hold over.
So that should help space us, the three of us, out right here.
Do not exceed
by altitudes. And he said left turns, I believe, right? Yeah, left turns. So we'll fly over to the hold area and it will do a left. We'll just do some holds, left turn holds until we get approved to leave. Basically, whenever you're assigned a hold, you just fly the hold over and over until they tell you otherwise. Extra Michael Gamer, how do you change ATC voice? I also have a tutorial on that, so check my YouTube channel. It's very easy. It's a very short tutorial. My shortest Infinite Flight video I've ever made.
Turn left heading 050, descend and maintain 11,000, Lufthansa 963 heavy, Speedbird 749, Turn right heading 120 and hold over inverse at 9,000. Left turn.
He didn't give me a speed.
230 knots. Speedbird
So Blue 116, turn right heading 130 and hold over bad blah 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 airport at 13,000. Left turns. Oh, he did say to do not exceed 230 knots. That's what happens when you don't read. I didn't read the entire thing. I will slow down. My bad.
Bravo Alpha 952 expects vectors for the Isles.
Yes, that ATC voice tutorial is only applied on iOS. That's what I use.
Please contact Lang and info on 126.
I wonder if he gave all of us the hold at the same
Contacting
airport.
Frankfurt Airport Tower on
He has 4 of us all flying in the same
119.9er.
direction.
Order 25. Turn right heading 120. Descend and maintain 11,000. Bravo Alpha 952. Lufthansa Cargo 965. Turn left heading 330. Descend and maintain 8,000.
Man, I am hungry.
Turn left heading 330.
So I have my speed set to 230, but it's obviously taking a while to get there. We are at 13,000. 13,000.
Assistance using ATC instructions. Roger. Speedbird 906.
It took you that long to park? Wow.
Right, heading 200. Climb and maintain 5,000. Air France
The little circle only gets put there when ATC assigns you a hold. So you can't put that there yourself. ATC puts that there for you to give you a reference of where he wants you to hold to. You technically usually can't fly it perfectly because it's so small.
Cleared aisles runway 25 right approach. Lufthansa Cargo 794 requesting descent to 12,000. Lufthansa 491 Super.
No, does not help the fact that you're eating Chinese and I'm hungry. When earlier when the stream was not working, I was like, all right, well, I don't know how long this is gonna take, so I'm just gonna go make myself some cereal. So I like made myself food, and then the stream started working. I was like, crap, now I can't eat because I don't like eating on the stream. So.
Lufthansa Cargo 794 expects vectors for the Isles. Approach runway 25 left at Frankfurt Airport. Laying an info. Cancel line 1,888 with you. Lufthansa Cargo.
I have a. This is why I added extra fuel because I had a feeling we would get some vectors. Some vectors on the way in.
260 knots. Turn right heading 120 and hold over Spire Airport at 15,000. Left turns.
So right now we're heading south, so I'm going to turn left back to the north.
LL 219 Heavy. Proceed on course to London Heathrow. Cancel line 1,888. Roger. Proceed on course. LL 219 Heavy. Lufthansa 1,274. Turn right, heading 040 and hold over Jeddah and VOR at 11,000. Left turns.
Let's go to the left wing view.
230 knots. Thank you. Good day. LL219 Heavy. Cancel line 1H2.
I can't say the view is as nice as Mexico, but it's not bad. It's better than before global scenery. That's for sure.
Lufthansa Cargo 1301 Heavy. Turn left, heading 270. Descend and maintain 3,000. Maintain.
I still want to get my joystick working on Infinite Flight. I have not figured that out yet. I really haven't tried since last time we talked about it.
And hold over Spire Airport at 15,000. Left turns. Wilco. Lufthansa Cargo 794. Proceed on course. Cancel line 1,888. Indonesia 91. Please follow instructions. Cancel line 1,888, requesting climb to flight level 200. Cancel line 1,888, resume on navigation. Cancel line 1,888, frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Cancel line 1,888. Good day. Turkish 7.
I don't know. I might get Frankfurt. I might make scenery for Frankfurt. We'll see. It depends on how much we fly out here. Like I like making scenery for places that I know I'm gonna fly to like more than once. Like, you know, places that I would enjoy flying to just for fun.
Cancel line 1H2. Turn right heading 230. Descend and maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles.
I do need to create scenery for like the Puerto Rico and Caribbean area. I know I did it once, but I need to redo it again because I think last time I did it I messed it up, so it doesn't look very good.
FedEx 801.
But surprisingly, we made that turn really good. Looks like we have no. Yeah, so we're in our like. So looks like we're in a hold here, and we have him over here holding. We have that guy over there holding. So ATC is doing a pretty good job keeping everybody separated. He just kind of has all of us over here holding at different airports. So we'll see how long we stay in this holding pattern, and hopefully he does not forget about us, but I don't think he will.
Bravo Alpha 952, please follow instructions.
My question is it more busy here today than it was in Mexico City yesterday, or is it about the same? Because it looks pretty freaking busy. There's a lot of aircraft in the airspace.
Indonesia 91.
You can see all these aircraft over here. We got two people about to collide right here. Lufthansa Cargo and Indonesia 91. Really close to each other. They're separated by like 2,000 feet though.
Indonesia 91 is 7 nautical miles west of Jelmhausen at 7,900 feet, requesting aisles approach runway 25 right at Frankfurt Airport. Cancel line 182.
You think it's busier?
Contact Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er.
Killer says, "What do you mean by create scenery?" Well, like on X-Plane, there is a program that you can download for free called Ortho 4 XP, and basically it allows you to create basically what we see below. This is called Ortho Photo Scenery below us. This is all the scenery we see in global is technically called Ortho Photo Scenery, which is just realistic scenery. Photo scenery of the city or wherever, and so you can create this type of scenery yourself with this program for X-Plane and I believe even FSX and stuff like that. And I have this program, and so all you need to do is just have a lot of freaking storage space. Is really all you need. Alright, we need to turn around again. You just need a lot of freaking storage space. So I have an extra external hard drive that I use, and then I just download all the scenery and make it work on X-Plane. So that's what I mean by create scenery. So I've already made scenery for my hometown back in Texas. Not the entire state of Texas, because I don't fly the entire state that much, just where I live. The rest of Texas doesn't really the rest of Texas I'm not very impressed by it, except for like West Texas. There's a lot of like nice mountains and cool looking deserts and stuff, but the rest of Texas is just kind of boring to me. Yeah, so basically areas of the world that I like a lot and I expect to fly there a lot, or I want to fly there and see realistic scenery, I will create photo scenery for that area. So I'm also working on making some scenery down in Brazil. A lot of places that Infinite Flight does not have, I would like to make scenery for those areas, because I do know that there's people who watch the channel and people who, fly with us on Infinite Flight who are, Brazilian, and people who live in those areas like Malaysia and Singapore that do not have scenery, sadly, on Infinite Flight. So if I can create that kind of scenery for that area on X-Plane, I would love to fly out there. So I don't know what my chances are in Singapore, but I do know that I can do parts of Brazil. So I'm planning on doing Rio, Sao Paulo. I'll probably do the entire route from Rio to Sao Paulo, and also there's another city I like a lot up in northern Brazil called Fortaleza, and I want to do that area too. Now, we haven't heard from ATC. We've done one round, one lap now on the holding pattern. We'll see if he gives us, if we hear from him here soon.
Roger, November 415 Victor, Turkish 777, turn left heading 060 and hold over Vadnu at 7,000.
Western New York. Why Western New York? Is that where you stay?
Speedbird 55, contact Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er. Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er.
Yes, I've done New York City, Manhattan area. Probably not gonna do Western New York unless I do like Rochester. Now the reason I say Rochester is because I've been there. Like there's places that I've been to in real life that I would love to like fly to on X-Plane and see realistic scenery. But I'll probably do much of the East Coast. I've done all of Boston, not all of Massachusetts, but I have done Boston. And I plan on basically stretching from Boston down to probably Virginia maybe, or DC. Actually, yeah. No, DC is lower. Yeah, we'll go down to DC, and then maybe up to like Toronto or Montreal. I'm not sure which one of those are closer. Hopefully I don't run out of space.
Turn left heading 200.
Yes, if you have less, if you are low on fuel, you will definitely get an emergency fuel message on your screen. So don't worry.
1274. Turn right heading 070 and hold over Vaden.
Buffalo has a pretty small airport, but it is a very nice
do
airport.
not exceed 230 knots. Etihad 402 heavy. Please follow instructions.
Ooh, I think it would be cool to do
Turn
Niagara
right
Falls
heading
too. If I could get
070 and hold
some
over
real
Vaden
cool scenery of Niagara Falls, that would be cool. I could do
Left
that.
turns, Wilco,
I also want to do a lot of Alaska. I love flying in Alaska. As far as places I love to fly, my favorite places are places like Alaska, Innsbruck, obviously, in Austria, and the Himalayas. I was actually very surprised by when we flew there in infinite flight. So I like. Where are we? We need to turn again. See, heading back to the north. Yeah, so Himalayas, I'll definitely probably make some scenery out there in the Himalayas. I'm planning on doing Australia, probably more of like the eastern side. Sydney, Melbourne, Gold Coast, Mallorca, you know, all those really famous places, those beautiful places. I want to make scenery for those.
Turn right heading 170.
So I try to get that scenery ready before we do live streams each week for X-Plane, so that when we fly X-Plane, we could have a nice view to look at. Now, obviously, I mean, the default scenery for X-Plane is not horrible, but photo scenery is just a whole lot better.
Correction, stand by. Alitalia 211, turn left heading 350, descend and maintain 8,000.
I can't believe this entire time we did not fly with infinite passengers. So disappointed.
Descend and maintain
Didn't work.
8,000. Alitalia 211. FedEx 800.
I feel like I'm doing
Turn left
race
heading
car laps
280.
around.
Descend and maintain
Manny, how you doing, man?
Maintain 3,000
Welcome.
until established
Good to
on the
see you. Glad you were able to make it.
Cleared aisles runway 25 left approach. Turn left heading
All right, Sean and
280.
G, see you later, man.
Descend and maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer.
IAG does not have a ramp. What is IAG?
FedEx 801. Lufthansa 1,274. Descend and maintain 7,000. Descend and maintain 7,000. Lufthansa 1,274. November 415 Victor.
Man, I am hungry. I want to get on the ground.
10,900 feet. Requesting GPS. Approach runway 27.
Still have not heard from ATC.
November 415 Victor. Turn right heading 080 and hold over Mitchell's to Dodenwald Airport at 8,000. Left turns. Do not exceed 230 knots.
Yeah, well, I went to have some friends who live in Rochester, New York, and when last time I was there, we were planning on going back out there again to see them. But last time I was there, we drove across the border from Rochester, New York to, I think it was Toronto, for a party out there. That was really cool. That was my first time ever crossing the Canadian border by car. I've always flown into Canada. I've never driven into Canada, so that was pretty cool. It was actually, what we did is, the event we were going to was actually in Canada, in Toronto. But we decided instead to go, visit our friend and then ride with them and just drive, do a little quick road trip to Toronto. So that was actually a lot more fun doing it that way. Plus we got to hang out with them.
Turn right heading 080 and hold over Mitchell's to Dodenwald Airport at 8,000.
Oh, Manny, if you are here, man, you can fly with us anytime as long as you're on the expert server.
Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er, FedEx 801. Lufthansa 1,274. Contact Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.
I just realized that I don't think we're connected correctly to Twitch.
Las Vegas with you. Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er. Lufthansa 1,274. Las Vegas. Turn right heading 040. Descend and maintain 11,000. Turn right heading 040. Descend and maintain 11,000. Las Vegas. Stand by. Speedbird 55. November 415 Victor. Please check tutorials on the foreign berth.
So has anybody else landed yet? Because we've been holding. This is our second lap.
Speedbird 55. Turn right heading 120. Climb and maintain 9,000. Lufthansa 491 Super. Descend and maintain 6,000.
Has anybody time? Somebody should time how long we're in hold.
And maintain 9,000. Speedbird 55.
And how many aircraft are holding? That's what I want to know. I want to know how many people are holding. This probably looks freaking hilarious on live flight, seeing all the circles around Frankfurt. We should take a photo of us holding. Hold on, we're about to turn again. After we turn, we'll take a photo of us turning. So basically what I'm doing for the hold is I'm just turning my heading from north to south. So right now we're flying directly north, 360. And then once we, right about now, I'll turn our heading back the opposite direction. Which I think should be like 180, I think.
Expects vectors for the aisles. Approach runway 25 left at Frankfurt Airport. Roger. Lufthansa cargo.
So that'll be directly south. At least it should be, I think. I think 180 is south. I always forget what they are. There it is. Alright, so 180 should be directly south. So that's basically all I'm doing, is switching my heading from north to south to north to south. Alright, now we're going to be going on our third lap. The hold. Oh, IAG's in Niagara Falls. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I could slow down, yeah, to conserve fuel. That would be smart. I think we should be alright. I mean, right now we have 4 hours left, it says, of fuel remaining. So it says we have plenty. But that's a good idea, is slowing down in the pattern. Or slowing down during the hold to make sure you have enough fuel. So if you are running low on fuel, I definitely would say to go ahead and turn it down. That's funny. So somebody said that there's somebody flying around refilling everyone in the holding pattern. Oh, that's funny.
Cancel line 211. You're in an active airspace. Please contact Langan Info on 126.55. Japan Air 731. Resume on navigation. Japan Air 731. Frequency change approved. Good day. Langan Info. Cancel line 211. With you. Lufthansa 909. Turn right heading 230. Descend and maintain 4,000.
46,000 pounds of fuel.
Until established on the localizer.
We've used 22,000 fuel this whole entire flight. That's all the way from London. Our fuel flow is about 8,000 pounds an hour. We don't need to do fuel dump. We're already below max landing weight, and our load today is about 389,000 pounds. That's 28%. So we still have plenty of fuel on board. So fuel is not an issue. I was kind of planning for something like this to happen. So I'm glad that I prepared for this, because if I had just barely put enough fuel on just to make it to here, we would definitely be in danger, and we'd have to request emergency, which I'm pretty sure somebody up here who is who's holding probably will have to declare emergency because of how long we've been holding. We're on lap 3.
Runway 25 left at Frankfurt Airport. Romeo Echo Fox Trent Uniform Echo Lima. Turn right heading 110.
These screenshots are for Twitter, Instagram, and Discord.
Speedbird 007. Turn left heading 030. Climb and maintain 13,000. Roger. Speedbird 007.
There is an emergency option when you're running out of fuel. There's already one. It does not say Mayday, but there is something you can tell ATC when you're low on fuel. You can let them know how much fuel you have or something like that. Are you? Oh God, who is this? We're about to die. Somebody's about to kill us. Holy crap! Turn.
Requesting radar vectors to Ramstein Air. Air Force 22, unable at this time. Proceed on course.
Wow, what a close call. Like, if I saw that in real life, that would freak me out. That would freak me out.
Alitalia 211, turn left heading 280, descend and maintain 3,000.
I think whoever that is definitely purposefully did that, because that was not an accident. Those were not vectors. Vectors would not have you banking 90 degrees.
Turn left heading 280.
I think he got ghosted because he just disappeared. Or is this him?
Maintain 3,000 until established.
I don't see him. I think he's gone.
Cleared aisles runway 25 left. Alitalia 211. Romeo Echo Fox Trent Uniform Echo Lima. Stay on my frequency. Lufthansa 963 Heavy. Contact Frankfurt Airport Tower.
So yep, if you just joined us, we're flying a pattern. This is us in our little circle right here. And I don't know how long we're going to have to wait I don't know if he knows that we're. I'm gonna check in with him. I'm gonna check in and see if he's all right.
Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9.
Like, hey, bro, I'm still here, still flying circles. Passengers are getting impatient.
Correction. Stand by. Las Vegas.
Turn right 130. Hold. Okay, exact same thing. Expedite what? I'm like, okay. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Requesting descent to 5,000.
Don't tell me to please follow instructions. I have been following your instructions for the last 20 minutes. I've been flying circles. Who the heck are you? Who you think you is? IFATC MBM. Tell me to follow instructions.
Turn right heading 130.
I should say unable.
Left turn.
So to confirm what he said turn right heading 130 and hold over blah 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 at 13,000, left turns 230 knots. We've been doing that.
Please follow instructions.
We've been doing that, bruh. Just making sure you haven't forgot about me out here.
Good day. Thank you. Air Force 22. Speedbird 230 heavy. Thank you. Turn left heading 010. Air Baltic 897. Speedbird 230 heavy. Turn right heading 0.
If he says something like that again, I'm gonna divert to.
Turn left heading 360.
What is this place?
Heading 360. Air Baltic 897.
Munich? I guess Munich.
Turn left heading 360 and hold over main Bulla.
You would not get my. You would not get my service in Frankfurt. If you disrespect my pilots like that.
Descend and maintain 7,000. Ryanair 478. Romeo Echo Foxtrot Uniform Echo Lima. Turn right heading 110. Climb and maintain 5,000. Unable. Romeo Echo Foxtrot Uniform Echo Lima. Speedbird 55.
No, we're not diverting yet. I'm just saying if this guy starts doing stupid stuff, we're diverting.
Las Vegas.
Like, I know he's busy. I understand that. I understand that.
Turn left heading 350.
This is what round. This is our 4th round, I think. This is third. Is this? Are we on 3 or 4? I don't know if we're on 3 or 4. But we've been flying circles here for a while.
Descend and maintain 9,000. Descend and maintain 11,000. Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra. Descend and maintain 9,000. Speed for below 7. Turn left heading 320.
Let's see. Somebody said he's the only controller. That's no way. Wow, the ground is even more busy than it was when we got here.
Please follow instructions.
Yeah, we have departure online now. So we have Jose Ascana as ground. We have ATC Marco B as tower. MBMH whatever. 148 approach. That's what we're on right now. We have games on departure. So. Alright, let's go ahead and turn again. Uh-oh, he said something. Right, heading 080. Yay, we're leaving the pattern. Maintain 9,000. And down to 9,000 feet.
Good day. Frequency change approved. Finnair 00 heavy. Good day. Blue 116. Thank you. Blue 116. Turn right.
Like I said, I only contacted him because I wanted to make sure he hadn't forgotten about us. I'm not saying he's done a bad job. He's been doing a good job of separating people. I just know that whenever there's 30 aircraft in the sky, it's very easy to forget about one. It's happened to me before. But whenever you tell me to follow instructions, that's when I get offended. And that's why I said that if he keeps doing that, I'm going to divert to somewhere else. Alright, so speed is 230 knots. We're descending down to 9,000 feet, heading 080. We're going to watch that airspeed right there. We want to make sure we don't, or indicated airspeed. We're going to watch that, make sure it doesn't go above 250 knots because we're about to go under 10,000. Therefore, let's go ahead and turn the landing lights on.
Lufthansa Cargo 143, request frequency change. Roger, Hotel Oscar Papa 7, Delta 104.
Turn the spoilers on because it looks like it wants to go above 250 right there. You saw that? Yup, that's exactly what you got to watch out for because it's, like I said, it's super easy to get caught under 10K at 250 knots or more. So as much as I would love to stay out on the outside of you right now, we're going to stay on the inside for a little while until we get settled under 10,000 to make sure that this is going to be where we're expecting it to be.
Ryanair 478, Turn right heading 220.
The landing lights are not to help me. The landing lights are
Heading
just a
402
procedure to
heavy.
turn on at under
Turn
10,000
right,
feet.
heading 040 and hold over Worms Airport at 11,000. Left turns, do not exceed 230 knots. Las Vegas, descend and maintain 9,000. Descend and maintain 9,000. Las Vegas. Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra, turn left heading 080, descend and maintain 7,000. Turn left heading 080.
Alright, coming down to 9,000 feet here.
Lima November Echo Hotel
Taking
Sierra,
another bird's eye view of the map. Find out where he's maybe.
right,
Try to get a guess of where he's putting us. We have a ton of aircraft inbound. Obviously, all these guys are probably flying in right now. And we have a dash over here. Is there only one runway? There's parallels. There's three actually. There's 25 right, 25 center, and 25 left. Oops. But the airport's on our left wing. Let's see if we can see it. I know it might be too far away. I think yeah, that's it. Right. I think that's it right there.
Speedbird 007, frequency is busy. Please be patient. Langan info, November 969 Papa Victor, with you. November 969 Papa Victor is 4 nautical miles southeast of Mitchell's.
No, there's no way for you to see all the planes on the map except for using live flight. If you want to see all the aircraft at once, like right here, when I go to my map view, you can only see aircraft to a certain range. You can see aircraft up to Brussels, down to what is this? I don't remember what airport that is. Then we got Munich down here, but beyond that, you can't see any more aircraft. But if you want to see all the aircraft at the same time, use the live flight app. That way you can see everybody where they are. It's a little bit lagged behind. It's like maybe I don't know what the lag is. It's not like it's not super accurate as far as like it's not in your position as you're there. It's a little bit behind you, but it's still a really good resource to use. All right, so let's get rid of those spoilers. For this approach, we're going to be using approach mode. First flight we did, we flew without. Actually, you know what? I won't. I need practice, so I'll land it manually again. Chica Centro, how you doing? Glad you're able to make it out. You got here right in time. We're finally getting vectored to the to the airport. Still hungry. I'm still hungry. Oh man. I mean, it's been a good flight. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. You know, it's just taking a bit longer than I expected. But hey, whenever you fly into an event, this is what it's like. So this is what you need to expect. I mean, it's cool that there's so much traffic. It's cool that you're getting vectored by ATC. All around, there's a lot of interaction happening, which is cool. So I don't like to complain about this kind of thing because hey, I mean, if you're gonna fly into an event airport, this is what's gonna happen. You know, you just have to be patient and have plenty of fuel on board. Expect to have vectors because everyone else is probably try to fly into the same airport at the same time, and everybody cannot land at the same time because if they do, then you're not gonna enjoy that. So, so expect it. Especially, you know, it doesn't matter if you're expert server or training server. When you fly into an event, expect to see a bit of traffic. So, like I said, I can't complain about that. I mean, I like having traffic. Like I think this is pretty cool. There's no other game that does this.
Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er.
What's going on, Nico? I see you, bro. You see me? I don't know. You see me where? Where am I?
Thank you.
So right now we're like on a pretty far out left downwind for runway. I think he gave us 25. 25 left, I believe is what he gave us. I think they're landing 25 left and taking off 25 center. Ground is getting really busy.
Las Vegas, turn left heading 270.
Really busy.
Maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 25 right approach. Turn left.
So
heading
it's a good thing we didn't take
270,
off out of Frankfurt.
descend and maintain
A lot of times
4000,
when I go to
maintain
events, I
4000
usually
until
land at
established
the
on
event airport instead of
localizer,
taking off
clear
at the
dials
event
runway
airport.
25 right,
Sometimes what I'll do is I'll
runway
fly,
pass,
depending on the
Lima
event. So some
November Echo
events
Hotel
have multiple
Sierra,
airports.
do
This
not
one,
exceed
Frankfurt was
190
basically the
knots.
only
Do
airport
not
for the
exceed
event. You were able to
190
fly wherever you
knots.
like.
Lima
Controllers basically
November
just
Echo
chose airports
Hotel
around it
Sierra, Lima November
to
Echo
open
Hotel
to give people
Sierra,
kind of an
turn
option
right
of
heading
having ATC. So
170,
like London Heathrow's been
descend
open.
and maintain 5000,
Paris was open for a little
turn
while.
right heading
We got Munich open.
170,
We have
descend and maintain 5000,
I forget the other name
Lima
of that other
November
place down
Echo
there,
Hotel Sierra.
but yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Lufthansa 454 Super, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved Lufthansa 454 Super, good day. Stand by, speed for 007.
Nice. Right now we're at 9,000. That's what they've told us to do last. 9,000 feet, heading 080. We're probably gonna go. I'll expect to go about this far out, where Captain Noah is Air Baltic 8, 9, or 7, maybe even this far, where Las Vegas is for our vectors. We have a looks like a dash 8 right in front of us.
Descend and maintain 7000. Turn right heading 160. Descend and maintain 7000. Speed for 007. American 207 is 6 nautical miles.
The hills out here are pretty cool, though. I mean, this area I'm looking at right now is actually really cool. Like this, yeah. I mean, I may have to go and create the scenery for Frankfurt for X-Plane because this is actually really. In Infinite Flight, it does it pretty well, but it can look a lot better. Like when you guys see how the scenery looks on X-Plane when I make it, like, and you compare it to Infinite Flight, like Infinite Flight can't compete. But this looks great for a mobile app.
Clear dials runway 25 left, Air Baltic 897. Cancel line 211, thank you. Cancel line 211, turn left heading 320, descend and maintain 4000. Langen info, Lufthansa 655.
Chico Central, we're headed to Germany. It's our last leg of our flight. For you guys who had just joined us, we took off today in London Heathrow. Had a short little flight over to Paris, Charles de Gaulle, and then we turned around, slept overnight over there, and then continued over here to Frankfurt. So now we're on our, I guess our arrival. Yeah, our arrival. Being vectored for our arrival into Frankfurt, Germany. I don't think I've flown into Frankfurt since Global has been released. I flew in Frankfurt before Global was released, but I have not flown here since it's been released. So I'm seeing all this for the first time again. Or not again, but for the first time really ever. So that's why I'm enjoying the scenery. The scenery looks a lot better once you get closer to Frankfurt, it seems like, rather than when we were a ways out.
Request frequency change. Descend and maintain 7000. Hotel Oscar Papa 7. Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra. Correction. Stand by.
Yeah, Dublin, that's what it was.
Echo Hotel Sierra. Expects vectors for the Isles. Approach runway 25 left at Frankfurt Airport. Lima November Echo Hotel Sierra. Turn left.
Yeah, I'll watch the landings if I'm able to. Last few streams we did, I wasn't able to get the camera over there. So if I can, I will. Man, time is going, man. How long has this stream been going? 2 hours and a half now. Alright, see you next time, Chica Central. Thank you for joining us. Too bad you jumped in too late. But we'll be landing here soon, hopefully. We're still really good on field, too. So how the rest of you guys doing on field? You guys alright? Haven't seen any emergency requests on the radios.
Hotel Bravo November Romeo Whiskey. Turn right heading 250. Descend and maintain 8.
Oh my gosh, Simulator Guy says he took off 20 minutes after me and he's gonna land before me. That's because I was doing that hold for an hour.
Please follow instructions. Blue 116.
Alright, here we go. Turn left 330, descend to 8,000.
Descend and maintain 8,000. Turn left heading 330. Descend and maintain 8,000. Blue 116.
And 8,000. There we go. It's nice to get a little attention.
Speedbird 007.
He originally told me we were landing 25
Turn
left,
heading
but we'll see.
040,
I wouldn't
descend
mind
and
having
maintain
25 right. We could
7000.
25 right is plenty of runway. I mean, look at that. We landed. I mean, that's sorry, not landed. We took off in Paris. We rotated at 90 knots, which is crazy. It's crazy.
November 969 Papa Victor. Thank you. November 969 Papa Victor.
Manny, yes, I was supposed to be doing iRacing today, but when I like I was ready to do it and everything. I had the stream set up and ready to stream iRacing, and then just nobody was awake. Nobody who races apparently is awake yet. So there's not enough people in the server to have a race. So we'll do iRacing later. We might do it later today. I might do a second stream today of iRacing. We'll see. We'll see how the rest of my day goes today.
Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er, Air Baltic 897. Las Vegas, contact Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er. Contacting Frankfurt Airport Tower on 119.9er, Las Vegas. Speedbird 007 is 6 nautical miles southwest of Gelnhausen at 6,400 feet, requesting aisles approach runway 25 center at Frankfurt.
iRacing is not mobile, not at all. It is a PC game all the way. PC racing simulator.
Speedbird 007 expects vectors for the aisles approach.
All right, Merry Christmas, Grammar. See you next time, man.
Speedbird 007, turn left heading 050, climb and maintain 7,000.
I should have played music while we were waiting. I should have played some hold music. That's what I should have did earlier. That's what I should have did.
Cancel line 211, turn left heading 300. Turn left heading 300. Cancel line 211.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a good thing that the flight deck is locked during flight, or the passengers will probably be attacking me, asking us why we're still in the air.
Hotel Oscar Papa 7.
We were supposed to land a long time ago.
Turn right heading 170. Hotel Oscar Papa 7.
Where are we? We're on a left base.
Echo Hotel Sierra is 3 nautical miles northeast of Frankfurt Airport.
Yeah, wow. Like I think most people are probably flying between London Heathrow and Frankfurt, because I see on Live Flight map is like a ton of people flying between London and Germany, and probably back the other way too. We started in London, but we flew down to Paris and then we went to Germany instead of flying straight London to Germany.
Turn right heading 050, climb and maintain 7,000. Turn right heading.
But you know, guys, if anybody ever opens up ATC in London, everybody's gonna fly out of there. I don't know why London is so popular.
Kestrel 1,714, Roger. Kestrel 1,714 is 2 nautical miles south of Coleman AAF at 13,800 feet, requesting flight.
Even yeah, there you go. Javier Johnson said, "Yep, I'm gonna take off in Heathrow in a few." See what I mean? It's not a bad thing. I mean, not against Heathrow. I thought about flying from Amsterdam today, but I was like, nah.
Proceed on course. Kestrel 1,714. Turn left heading 330. Descend and maintain 8,000. Etihad 402 heavy. Cancel line 211. Turn right heading 320. Descend and maintain 3,000. Turn right heading 320. Descend and maintain 3,000. Cancel line 211. Hotel Oscar Papa 7. Turn right heading 220. Descend and maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 25 right approach. Turn right heading 220. Descend and maintain 4,000. Maintain 4,000 until established.
Yeah, guys. Like I said, I'm not flying training server. As long as I'm able to keep my grade above 3, I will not be flying training server. At least not for a live stream. There's a possibility of finding me on training server, like outside of a live stream. Like if I'm flying by myself, I just want to, ATC or something. You may see me on training server, but you will not see me on training server on a live stream as long as I have anything to do about it. I've given training server plenty of chances, and it's not anything personal to anybody, but there's always people on training server who are, you know, and they're not all like, you know, some of them don't mean it. You know what I mean? It's not. I know that everybody's not purposefully trying to do stupid stuff, but there are people out there, and so blame those people. But it's best for me, it's best for the stream, and it's best for the channel, and it's best for you guys that I fly on expert server. Just trust me, if I fly a training server, you would not enjoy it. I wouldn't enjoy it, and you would not enjoy it. Oh no, simulator guy's going around.
November 969 Papa Victor is 9 nautical miles east of Oppenheim at 10,000 feet, requesting aisles approach runway 25 left at Frankfurt Airport. November 969 Papa Victor, frequency is busy.
Alright, where are we now?
November 969 Papa
We should be getting
heading 080.
we should be getting told to turn here soon.
Going 485.
Airport's on our left wing somewhere.
Bravo Alpha 952.
We're at 8,230 knots. Go flaps on.
Turn left heading 350.
So we're on the left base, but we're a bit high. We need to descend. At least I think we're high. Maybe we're not that high.
Hotel Oscar Papa 7. Langen Info, Lufthansa Cargo 1449 Heavy, with you. Speedbird 007 is 11 nautical miles south of Philadelphia.
You alright over there? It's been a long flight, huh?
Requesting aisles approach runway 25
This dude is
right
focused
at
as ever.
Frankfurt Airport. Frequency change approved Lufthansa 800. Good day. Hotel Bravo.
I wonder if we can see any of the aircraft around us if we're close enough to see them. See, where is the other guy? He is...
Request frequency change.
He's off to our left. He's 20,000. He's 2,000 feet below us.
Roger. Boeing 485 is 8 nautical miles east of Main Boulevard 12.
Looking for strobes. Nope, don't see him.
Approach runway 25
Might be in our blind spot over there.
Airport. Turn left heading 260. Speed for 007. Roger. Boeing 485. Making a right.
All right, just basically waiting for this last vector. He should be telling us to turn left for final, and then give us our runway assignment, which we're expecting 25 left, but it could change. There we go. Descend to 3,000. Wait, what did he say? 230. Down to 3,000 feet. Did we repeat it? We did not repeat it. I thought we repeated it. Alright, 25 left. Yep, exactly what I was expecting. We'll maintain 3,000 to establish on the localizer. Turn on the spoilers to make sure we get down there in time. And vertical speed. Gonna expedite that descent a bit. Flaps 10. Down 225 knots. And get ready to land in Frankfurt finally. I can't imagine, like, in real life when pilots go through situations like this, when airports are so busy. Because this happens in real life. Believe it, it does. Maybe you haven't been on a flight like this, but it does happen. Situations like this do happen, where you're in the air for longer than even the pilot expected. Or maybe you're sitting on the taxiway longer, or whatever.
Lufthansa Cargo 1449 Heavy, minimum fuel, 29 minutes remaining. Lufthansa Cargo 1449 Heavy, turn left heading 150 and hold over Osmond at 9,000.
Alright, so we need to continue to establish on the localizer. Apparently we're pretty... Our altitude is good. Oh, no we're not. No, we're not. That's 25 center. We need 25 left. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. Plus 15, speed on 210 knots. 200, yeah, so 210. And we will come back on that vertical speed a bit. We don't need to descend as fast as I thought we did. And we do need to turn a bit. We've already missed the localizer.
Expects vectors for the
Alright
Isles,
guys, it's
approach
time to
runway
land
25 left at
in Frankfurt, so make sure your seatbelt signs,
Delta Juliet
make sure your
2951.
seatbelt sign,
Turn
make
right
sure your
heading
seatbelts are on, not just
120.
seatbelt
Descend
signs
and
are on.
maintain
Seatbelt
11,000.
signs have been on, but make
Turn
sure
right
that your
heading
seatbelt signs are on.
120.
Ah, I keep saying it.
Descend and
Whatever, you
maintain
guys know what I'm talking about.
11,000.
Put your
Delta
freaking
Juliet
seatbelts on.
2951. Etihad 402
Sit up and
Heavy
shut up.
expects vectors for the Isles, approach runway 25 left at Frankfurt Airport. Roger. Etihad 402
We're off to the left of the runway here, coming up to 3,000.
Turn left heading 280. Descend and maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 25 left approach.
And I saw one question: if your subscription for Infinite Flight, if it ends, you will not lose all your XP as long as when you come back with the same email and account and stuff. So you will not lose anything, as far as I know of. Alright, we're 16 miles out. Go ahead and arm the spoilers. Flaps are already at 15. I'll pay attention to this localizer here. We'll be intercepting it from the right. Right there, so it's slowly moving. Final runway heading is going to be 247, or I should say approach heading. Right now we're heading 255. We'll also keep an eye out for that glide slope for when that comes down. It's pretty far above us, so you don't need to worry about it right now. He'll also be sending us off the tower here in the next probably 60 seconds or so. We'll be on final. Alright, so we got one good landing. At least I think it was a good landing. We'll try to do it again. And here comes the localizer. There it goes. Switching to tower.
Turn left heading 020. Descend and maintain 9,000.
We'll call inbound landing. Full stop on 275 left.
Expects vectors for the Isles, approach runway 25 left at Frankfurt.
I think my heading is wrong. Yes, my heading is way wrong.
Lufthansa Cargo 94. Turn right heading 130. Descend and maintain 17,000.
It still says, alright, we're number 2. Traffic follows on final. Acknowledge. We'll go gear down. It says that we're still not at the glide slope yet. We may see it when we get to that red cone. We'll see. Right now we're just going to focus on the localizer here in the center, that center green line you see. Up, I see the lights at the runway. Field is in sight. Yep, there's a glide slope.
Enter straight in, runway 25 left. Behind the traffic on final, Blue 116. Etihad 402
Trying to line it up right now.
Enter straight in runway 25 left. Number 3.
Calibrate the screen. Green. Let's see. Gears down 3 green. Go flaps 35. Speed down to 180.
Runway 25 right. Cleared to land. Test flight 193.
And we will go ahead and disengage. Alright, number 1, clear to land 25 left. Disengage altitude. Now we are controlling the altitude. We also disengage the heading mode. We are not controlling the heading.
November 605 Kilo India.
We'll get rid of that. Alright, winds are 10 knots. A direct crosswind. 329.
Cleared for takeoff. November 605
160.
India. Line up and wait. Runway
Flaps 50.
Center. Number 1. Cleared to land.
A little bit more of a bumpy approach than it was into Paris, but I think we will be just fine. We'll be looking to land that left runway over there, not the center one. Do not want to land on the wrong runway. Trust me, it happens to everybody at some point, but you do not want to. Let's not do that today. Let's do our best not to press any buttons on accident like I did last time.
Lufthansa 692. Lufthansa 305. Hold short of runway 25 center. Lufthansa Cargo 1337.
Tokyo to Frankfurt. Oh, I thought you meant like Tokyo drifted to Frankfurt. That's what I was thinking when you said Tokyo. Yes, I should have known. You can see visibility is getting a little bit lower as we get close to the airport. What was the METAR here?
Contacting Frankfurt departure on 120.
Yeah. I can't really read it while I'm controlling it.
November 605 Kilo
We're already
India.
to.
Runway 25 center.
It says we're high. Like the lights out there say we're, oops. Oh, that is changing. Oh, we're good. The lights are white, so that means we're too high. But the glide slope says we're too low. So who should I believe?
Speedbird 331 heavy. Contact Lingen info on
Winds are dying down a bit, 8 knots now.
Lufthansa Cargo 1337, runway 18, cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff, runway 18, Lufthansa Cargo 1337. Lufthansa 305, line up and wait.
Alright, runway seems to be clear. I don't see any aircraft on the runway.
25 center, Lufthansa 305. Contacting Frankfurt departure on 120.15.
Alright, here comes the glide slope.
74 heavy. Frankfurt Airport Tower, Lufthansa 523, ready for takeoff at runway 18, remaining in the pattern. Line up and wait.
We're gonna try 150 this time.
Lufthansa 523, November 605 Kilo India. Contact Frankfurt departure on 120.15. Contacting Frankfurt departure on 120.15, November 605 Kilo India. Lufthansa Cargo.
I see one red, one white Pappy light. That's good.
Contact Frankfurt departure on 120.15. Contacting Frankfurt departure on 120.15. Lufthansa Cargo 1337. Lufthansa 305.
And we're down. Oh yeah.
Frankfurt
There we go.
Tower. Cancel line
Nose is not down though. Is the nose still not down? Okay, there it is. Oh my god, it took so long to get the nose down. Alright, turn right when able. Wilco. Contact ground on the taxiway. We'll take this taxiway right here. Stay on your frequency. Roger that.
Frankfurt Airport Tower, Lufthansa 305, ready for takeoff at runway 25.
Alright, spoilers up.
Departing east. Holding short runway 18.
I guess we'll probably take that taxiway right there to cross.
Blue 116.
And hit the
When
brakes.
able, turn right. Contact
The
ground
flaps
on
up now.
taxiway.
We're gonna leave the
Blue
strobes on
116. Blue 116.
and the landing lights on
Stay
because
on
we'll be
my
crossing the
frequency.
runway again.
Lufthansa 305. Line up and wait. Runway 25 center.
And
Line
we'll
up
hold
and wait.
short right
Runway
here
25 center.
at
Lufthansa
25 right.
305. Cancel line 336. Line up and wait. Runway 18. Frankfurt Airport Tower. Whiskey Tango Delta 716 Alpha. Ready for takeoff at runway 25 center.
This is probably not where I'm supposed to hold, but I think we're okay. The reason I say that is because this is more of like an exit. But why would you want to exit to the right of this runway anyway? So, all right, welcome to Frankfurt, Germany. We finally made it. Flight time 2 hours and 12 minutes. Whew. Stream time is 2 hours and 45. I assume he's gonna let us know when to cross.
Number 3, traffic to follow is on final. Enter straight in.
We landed with 14% fuel left, so we definitely packed on plenty of fuel for this flight. Alright, go ahead and cross 25 center. It's not 25 right, it's 25 center. Go ahead and do that. Can I not, like, can I not apply?
Line up and wait. Runway 25 center. Lufthansa 305. Blue 116. Cross runway 25.
It wouldn't let me reply to that for some reason. I didn't see a way to reply.
Blue 116.
Alright, so.
Speedbird 230 heavy.
So I can't say that ATC did a bad job, because I think ATC actually did a good job. I mean, we landed, nobody on the runway we landed, no one behind us when we landed, so spacing was pretty good. Pretty sure it took a lot of hard work to get us spaced out with so many aircraft landing at once, so that's why we got put on hold for so long. Which is, you know, not always great, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna contact ground, request taxi to parking, and I don't know where we should park at. Where are we? We'll go, it's more busy on the right, we'll go to the left. Or we'll park over there. Actually, we'll go to the right. We'll park back there. Never been to this airport, so I don't know what airline parks where. Alright, strobe lights off, landing lights are off. Please stay seated. With your seatbelt signs, with your seatbelts on. With your seatbelt signs on, yeah. Until we get to the gate and the engines are off.
Holding position, Papa India, Papa 779.
A lot of people participating this week
Frankfurt
in
Airport ground,
the
Avianca 3717.
Friday night flight. So I'm glad you guys made it out. Thank you guys for joining in my stream, by the way. So everybody who decided to spend their Friday night and join in on my Friday night flight experience, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for flying with us all the way from London Heathrow into Paris and then to Frankfurt, Germany. And this event will still be going on for a while. I don't think it's even started yet. I think it doesn't start for another 30 minutes or so officially. So Frankfurt will still be open, I'm sure, for a while, and a lot of airports are around it. So if you guys want to fly and then join in on Friday night flight, feel free to. I know that it looks like the preferred route right now is London to Frankfurt or Frankfurt to London. Those two airports are fully staffed, it looks like. So it's a lot of fun. Just like I said, make sure you pack some extra fuel on board because you probably will get some long vectors because of how much traffic is on its way in. So just be expecting that. Make sure you have time and make sure you have fuel in order to accompany that. So we're going to park all the way back here in the back. Shut the engines off, and we will get out of here for today's unscheduled Infinite Flight stream. Stream was scheduled, but the fact that I was doing Infinite Flight was not. So I'm going to pick this second one over here. It's a bit smaller. That one looks like something for a 777 or 78 or something bigger. And here we go. At the gate safely. That last landing was actually today's landings weren't too bad. I feel like I'm finally getting out of my slump with bad landings, so hopefully I can keep it up. I think that if I start flying some of the same aircraft more often, I'll get used to flying that specific aircraft again, you know what I mean? You know, whenever we fly different aircraft, like almost every single flight, it gets tough for me to know like how each aircraft handles and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and shut these engines off. So I already went eat number 3, number 2, and number 1. But I did enjoy the flight. I enjoyed the flight. Frankfurt is beautiful. I didn't really know how beautiful Frankfurt was, but it looked very nice out around Frankfurt Airport. So maybe I'll fly there on next plane sometimes. Hopefully you guys did good. Let's see, let's do some shout outs real quick. Leave an emoji in the chat real quick so that I can give you a shout out before we get out of here. Especially since this stream went for so long, I want to go ahead and show you guys love for people who did stick around. So go ahead, leave an emoji in the chat and let me know where you were watching from. And we can show some love to you guys, man, for hanging out. Hope you guys have a happy Friday. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a blessed Christmas. Jesus is the reason for the season. Remember that. Manny, Nico, Javian Johnson. You guys are always amazing. Let's see. I'm trying to get some stuff up, get some music going here, and I'll continue with the rest of our. There we go. Not sure how loud that is. All right, cool. Champion High, Killer, it's the Grass Monster 17 off top. IFMG, thank you, my friend. Champion High, Manny, I think I already said your name. I already said your name too. Nico, Champion High. I keep saying the same people over and over. Ilya Stritty, Ethan Robb. Nice, Killer. You flew the entire way, man. Thank you, man. Hope you enjoyed all of it, the entire ride. Nico from Switzerland, Champion Highs from Netherlands. It's Grass Monsters from Britain. Yoshi Coder. Arsini IF. Javier Johnson watching from New Jersey. IFMG from Ireland. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hope you guys enjoyed the flights. I will see you guys next time again. I don't know the exact schedule for the Christmas flights and stuff like that. I would like to do a Christmas flight and stuff like that, but again, you know, family comes first, so we'll see what I'm able to actually do. And just follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, Discord. I'll try to update you guys there at GG4 watching from Georgia. Yeah, I said your name twice, I know. But yeah, just I'll update you guys on social media and stuff like that, because I don't really know. It's kind of from here on out, this is like my last scheduled stream until I know for sure there will not be a scheduled stream on Monday or Tuesday of next week. That's Christmas Day and the day after Christmas. We'll probably be back to schedule on Wednesday. But before then, I don't have any plans, so I don't know. So I'll be streaming whenever I can, when I can. So, and that'll be different games, whether it's Infinite Flight, X-Plane, or iRacing, who knows. So still want to do an iRacing stream if I can, maybe today, possibly. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys again for joining in. I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, or give it all. You got peace, love, and God bless you, man. We're gonna see if we can we actually look at any? Yeah, I think we're too far away from the runway to actually see anybody land, sadly. Or can we go to free camera? Let's see. Yeah, free camera works. I let the music ride out a bit, and we'll see if we can get over here to the runway and watch some aircraft land. It's pretty busy enough that we could probably catch somebody landing here. Yeah, somebody just landed right there. Or actually, he's taking off. So we'll go right here between 25 left, 25 center. So let's see. Look at the map real quick. Anybody on final? Yeah, we have one person on final 25 right. That's on the opposite side of the airport. We do have somebody far out there on 25 left. Can't see him yet, so we'll just kind of watch this guy. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and we'll do a little bit of aircraft spotting for probably a couple minutes. Let the music go on for a little bit, and then we get out of here. So again, peace, love, and God bless you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support this entire year, man. It's just been amazing. It's just been crazy the support you guys have been showing me. I had no idea the channel would even get this far. Thank you for that subscription so much, Pedro. Thank you, man. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. See you guys next time.
Frankfurt Airport ground, Lufthansa 435, ready for pushback. Lufthansa 435, hold position. Lufthansa 225, hold position. Frankfurt Airport ground, Lufthansa 828, ready to taxi. I'm sorry.